Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My name is Todd. You're here. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. We have 5 amazing member requested videos for you today. We're going to kick off with One Tree Hill compilation, Naley, of course. And then we have something from a podcast called AOAOAOA, I guess. Artists on artists on artists on artists, I suppose, is the name of it. No idea what that's going to be about. I think I saw Angela in the thumbnail from Smosh, so maybe that's a connection. Not exactly sure. And then we have another STORROR parkour video. This one is stuck in an abandoned pit, and I'm assuming they have to get out of it, right? Can't stay there forever unless you have, all the necessities, maybe. People just throw it down, drop a bucket or something like that. Who knows? And then we have a Stray Kids video. This one is from, I think, Vogue or something, or maybe one of those publications where they try to catch each other in lies. That should be pretty funny. Should be pretty interesting, I'm assuming. And then we have an extra long video for you. Campaign 2 moments from Critical Role. It's going to be very fascinating. I think we're going to split that one in half and then do a little bit of information as we usually do here towards the middle part of the video, and then we'll kick off and then watch the rest, and then we'll get you out of here so you can start your weekend. You made it. You survived another week. Congratulations. We made it. If you're back to school, I hope that's going well. If you're in the 9 to 5 grind, ooh, it's a grind, but we also survived as well. But it should be a fun weekend. I hope you have something planned, or maybe something interesting to do, maybe something interesting to eat, maybe something interesting to read. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. That's what it's all about. We work for the weekends. Sad but true. Anyway, if you would like to request your own videos and literally guide the stream, you certainly can. ToddReacts.com is the website. You see it before you. Season tier and series tiers are the ones you're looking for. Those are the requesting tiers. While you're there, check out the summer collection of merch, leaving very soon for the winter collection. Available for a very limited time only at this point. 15% off for members, ships worldwide, all this good stuff. I have the script hoodie on, actually in this exact color, so you can see it before you. There it is. Lots of inclusive sizing and tons of colors to choose from to match your style, of course. And check out the accessories. These top 6 items are brand new to the store. I have one of them in front of me always. This is the double wall tumbler. Keeps your hands dry and keeps those ice cubes, keeping your drink cold. Love that. And then we have the other options as well that have been there and just get added to over time. So go ahead and check those out. Actually, I do have the journal in front of me as well. Look at that. Got the journal in front of me. It's got a nice little closing clasp on there that keeps it nice and tight. It's got a nice little bookmark as well, so you can keep your place. And on the inside, it actually has... So on the inside, it is lined paper. There you go. You can see it there as it focuses. And then on the inside, it actually has a nice little pocket, so you can store some things, little mementos, ticket stubs you want to keep. Maybe it's, who knows what you want to put in there. You could put anything in there. But check that out as well. That's the journal, one of the newer items of the store. And if you're already there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the Reaction channel on YouTube. It's right there. They make it pretty easy to see, don't they? Over 14,200 of you have already hit that button. Appreciate you greatly. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining me on the ride. This has been a heck of a journey through the internet, through your fandoms, through your interests, all that stuff. I've been introduced to things I had no idea existed. So hopefully you have as well. And if this is your first time here and you want to join us on that journey, certainly do so. Over 1,100 videos in the backlog, so it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit indeed. And if you would like, join the Discord, totally free. The link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's on the YouTube channel. Under every video, The link is just kind of all over the place. So if you want to join us in the Discord, certainly do so. I think we're around 260, maybe just shy of that. As you can see, we have, well, it tells you at the top that I'm live, which I am. I am live. So it is correct. And then we have a bunch of fandom channels as well. I'll just kind of scroll through really quick. And then we have some fun community channels. So join us. It is a very international audience, so there's always somebody awake to talk to, which is very nice. Friends have been made, all that good stuff. So go ahead and join us. Join us, join us. All right. Like I said, we're going to start off with One Tree Hill, then the podcast, Artist on Artist on Artist, or whatever it's called. AOAOAOA. Wild name. It is a wild name. That does not roll off the tongue. But then we have a STORROR video, Stray Kids, and we're going to wrap up with a Critical Role extra long video. So go ahead, get yourself something to drink, get a nice snack, whatever you need. And let's go ahead and jump in. This will be a quick one. It is Nathan and Haley, Love Story. Nathan and Haley, Love Story. There it is. Let's go ahead and jump in. Watch in HD. Well, I think it's already on HD. It is. Okay. So we got it.
Last year, we stood on a beach and I told you how much I loved you. And how I would always, always protect you. That day, nobody believed that this would work. But I don't think anybody understood the love that I had for you. Because if they did, they would have never doubted us. Hey, who's that girl he's always hanging out with?
So the question is this pitched down or is this Taylor Swift or a cover of Taylor Swift's song? That's the question.
Haley? Hey.
Hey! Can I help you?
Hi. I'm Nathan Scott.
Yeah, I know, I'm Haley.
I'm glad you came.
Really?
Yeah, I hope so. You're my tutor.
Right, I don't think so.
You're Haley James, right? I really need your help. So you were nobody else.
It all starts off with a tutor, doesn't it? Classic.
You like him. Haley.
Stay away from me. Who do you want to be, Nathan?
I want to be somebody who's good enough to be seen with you.
Oh my gosh, the classic trope of, oh, we're just going to study together. How many movies and shows has that been in? Where it's like, oh, we're just going to, kids shoot through the door and then run upstairs as fast as they can. And then the mother or whoever is just like, hey, what's going on? Oh, we're just going to study. And it's like a makeout session or something. It's like, oh my gosh. Like the parents are not that dumb. They can figure that out, right?
Then I met you, and I finally found someone I could depend on. Just like I can't help that I fell in love with him. Because I did. I can love you forever.
So you love me?
Of course I love you. 7 o'clock then.
But what could you possibly like in the guy?
You make me brave. You're really brave. Different stuff. I can't breathe when I'm around you.
My heart's racing too. That's what happens when I'm around you. If you want to go, you should go.
I'm not going anywhere.
What an arc. What an absolute arc for Nathan.
Don't say I never gave you that.
Writer's
Don't say I never
Nathan
gave you
and villain.
Give me an amazing life, and I do love you so.
I would not give you
And
my
they
blessing
paired
for
him up
destroying my son's life.
One
There
of the
is
sweetest
nobody who thinks
characters
this thing can work.
I do.
I certainly saw in the first couple episodes.
Everything's gonna be okay. She's right here. I'm not letting go. But every time I look at her, I know that I'm gonna be with her for the rest of my life. I love you.
Thanks, baby. I love you too. Here's to Nathan and Haley. And here's to love will not alter.
Well, I can't forever start today. It's not
That's a
worth
good
it,
line.
son. Pissing your life away over some girl. Some girl. It's over, Haley.
Oh gosh.
She's my wife, Dad. Even if I could, I wouldn't take back all the bad stuff that happened between us. Because it brought us here. The roots are still there. And never stop believing in us.
What are you doing? It is not possible to do this well.
You see, they do something.
We hit our Taylor Swift quota 0.0 seconds into this stream. It's kind of a running joke here. There's always a Taylor Swift song in one of these compilations that we watch. That's just so funny.
Something
I
that's
think I said
very
last time,
rare.
it took a while.
They get the
It was like maybe the second or third TikTok video in the compilation. This was just
Always.
instant.
Forever.
I guess I can blame myself because I structured the schedule of this.
I'm in love with you. It's nice after all this time.
It's everything after all this time.
One of these days, I'm going to keep us guessing and put it towards the end of the stream, especially if I know it's going to be Taylor Swift. I don't know how I didn't put that together. Love Story. What, am I new to this? Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Very great edit. Well done. Absolutely. So go check out their channel. They might have other edits that you might enjoy. Maybe, oh, now I gotta log in here. Hold on. I'm posting it in the chat. I swear. I'm doing it. Wait for it. There it is. All right. Link down below again. Check out their channel. Maybe they have other videos you want to request. That's always cool. All right, let's bring up some information on One Tree Hill, the classic One Tree Hill. 9 seasons, went from 2003 to 2012. Average, it's got about 68 on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't technically fair because, I don't know, was Rotten Tomatoes much of a thing when it was on? You know? First season has a 50%. Come on now. I mean, I guess it might have been, but you're not going to get as... Look at Grey's Anatomy. It has like a full section here. It probably has like reviews. No, it doesn't. But it has critic reviews, which is something One Tree Hill does not, because it wasn't around at the right time, I guess. But not bad. Not bad at all. Thoughts on One Tree Hill? Hey, why not go to Reddit, right? All the good opinions are on Reddit. Thoughts on One Tree Hill? You gotta know about Reddit to understand that one. The ultimate teen drama classic of the early 2000s. Absolutely. These actors dominated like the kid award shows like Teen Choice or the Nickelodeon. I think I remember them getting like Nickelodeon awards. It's just like they were just cleaning house with them, certainly America's youth. I don't know about the rest of the world, but probably. Just crazy amount of awards. They were everywhere. Chad Michael Murray, certainly. So many posters printed, probably. Everybody's bedroom. Look at this fashion. Early 2000s. I wonder if this is making a comeback, these styles. Good God, I think I had a shirt like that. I think I still own a shirt like that. Wow. I think it's fun just to see like the style choices back then. Like these are all curated shots. Like these were all hand-picked outfits by some stylist who's like, this is the cutting edge. This show is probably one of my favorite teen shows of all time. I love how all the characters flips their original archetypes and become three-dimensional. Brooke Davis is probably one of my favorite characters. Even up there with Tony Soprano. and Buffy Summers. You know who's had a resurgence lately is Tony Soprano. Why? I'm seeing his gifs and like memes everywhere. What is that? She's so well written. I mean, even the first few seasons had crazy storylines. Haley and Nathan getting married at 16, everybody treating it like it was normal. But some storylines were relatable with character growth, good writing. The shooting episode in season 3 was one of my favorite of all time. Probably my favorite episode treating shooting issues in high school. With Earshot from Buffy being second, I think TV teen dramas today should touch on that more. Now, I don't know what the writers were smoking in the later seasons. Seasons 5 and 6 were all right because Lucas and Peyton were still along for the ride, but then seasons 7, 8, 9 were so bad and ridiculous, and the new characters were not as developed as the status quo in the early ones. I only stayed because I wanted my girl Brooke to be happy and for Naley and their son Jamie. Also, we're team One Tree Hill or the OC, since they kind of came out at the same time. They did, actually. 2003, I think, was the OC as well. I was more the OC. I don't know why, honestly. But, yeah, why? I think it was the relationship between Seth and, was it Ryan? Boy, why am I blanking on this right now? Their relationship, their friendship was just so good. So good. I couldn't get enough of it. I was like, dang, they're like my friends. Like, I feel like I know these characters. Nobody was doing squint work like Chad Michael Murray or Broods quite like him. That's so hilariously true. Oh my gosh, nobody was doing squint work. That's so funny. Oh gosh. Luke Perry would like a word. That's funny. I was deeply in love with him from ages 12 to present. My teenage self really thought he was all dark and moody with that squint. Never being more unintentionally funnier scene than the one where Dan is in the hospital waiting room with his dog before his heart transplant surgery with a bumbling technician carrying a cooler with the heart, hurries through the waiting room. Why would he be going through there with an organ? Trips and falls, leading the heart to go flying and the dog to eat the heart. I think about that scene way too often. The fact that everyone like barely reacts to it is extremely funny to me. Don't say I never gave you anything. Girl, I was in love with Nathan Scott. I'm team both the OC and One Tree Hill. Season 1 for the OC was far better than OTH ever was. But OTH had more longevity. Ooh. I kind of agree with... Well, okay. I haven't seen the full season of One Tree Hill, so I cannot comment on that. I do think in terms of just the OC, season 1 was the best season, for sure. 2 was okay. 2 was okay, but season 1 was perfect. Television perfection right there. Angsty teen perfection. Early 2000s. Love this show. It's my favorite of the 2000 teen dramas. Definitely preferred the high school years more. Season 3 was the best. Ooh, my possibly unpopular opinion, hot take incoming, is that I dislike the Naley teen pregnancy storyline. I understand the point was to show Nathan breaking the generational trauma cycle throughout the rest of the show, but it would have been nice for them to just have a normal couple rebuilding their relationship after the season 2 drama. They could have had a baby in season 5, 6. Yeah, that's fair. If it had ended at season 6, it would have been much more fondly remembered. Everything was tied up, even if a little unrealistic. I watched to the end out of loyalty, but there was no need for it to continue after season 6. The show was the run-up to Riverdale in terms of how ridiculous, melodramatic, campy nonsense you could possibly pack into a high school show. Definitely a fun watch in the early years. Show will forever be be in my head, but the series about will forever be in my head and be the series about one, the awesome, cool, hot girls who inexplicably kept falling in love with dweeby F-boys, the likable married couple who I rooted for despite the fact that they were fetuses because they looked 25, so it didn't seem as weird that they were married. That's true. They did not look like high schoolers. Facts. I watched it during the quarantine. Interesting. Loved it so much, I named my dog Lucas. His full name is Lucas Snout, a.k.a. Chad Michael Furry. I'm dead. That's ridiculous. I love this show. Brooke Davis, one of my favorite characters of all time. Soundtrack albums are my favorite for TV shows. The OC is the real ultimate teen drama of the 2000s. No shade to OTH, but Chad Michael Murray really was it, huh? I still think Brooke is one of my favorite characters ever from teen dramas. That's not bad. The swan song of the Abercrombie and Fitch looking shows. Oh, that's so accurate. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is perfect. That is a great way to sum it up right there. I was a pretty popular Naley fanfic writer. Ha 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 ha. This reminded me of that. Oh boy. That's definitely somebody's profile we are not clicking on right now. Definitely not. Iconic One Tree Hill home in North Carolina is for sale. Take a look inside. Oh, wow. This is literally a couple days old. Looks pretty good. Great curb appeal. I like the wraparound little porch here. Throw some rocking chairs. Dang. I like it. I like it. I like it. Obviously, the garden could probably use a little help here. But overall, pretty good curb appeal. And it's a corner lot. I don't like how close it is to this house. Like, I feel like if you look out this window, you just see siding, which is not amazing. Iconic yellow home, famously known as Lucas Scott's house from One Tree Hill, is for sale. Filmed around Wilmington, the early 2000s show is about half-brothers Lucas and Nathan, trade between kinship and rivalry, both on the basketball court and in the hearts of their friends. Even now, years after its premiere, fans have commonly set out to Carolina Coast to specifically scope out some of the show's notable filming locations, including this house, which is now for sale. Okay. Got a little upgrade here. Look at this. Got a little upgrade. Boy, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of these open shelving units in the kitchen. You got to have some good-looking dishes. You can't have any clunkers. Can't have any ugly ones where you're like, ooh, that doesn't look good, but it has sentimental value. Like, you gotta really make sure it's public. You know, you're okay with somebody seeing it. Got the country sink. I like the little half moons, although I guess that's kind of outdated now, isn't it? Everything's about like the tall, long ones, I suppose. Not bad. Not bad. Wow. Okay. They kept the old fireplace. That looks nice. They updated it a little bit around it. Very cool. Not bad. Step onto the wraparound front porch of this 1907. That is old. Wow. Wow. Dang. Yeah, they did a nice job. Makes me wonder about the wiring and if they took care of any asbestos. Feel the blend of history, character, and easy everyday living. Freshly painted inside and out, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Turn of the century craftsmanship, with modern updates and hardwood floors throughout. Fans will recognize the exterior. It appeared as Karen's home in seasons 1 through 6, and later Lucas and Peyton's. Oh, they put that in the write-up for it. That's so funny. Perfect for daily routines and effortless gatherings. Selling for $585,000 US dollars. More than 1,600 square feet. As a bonus, the home is less than 10 minutes away from a river walk. With OTH fans know has the famous Naley Beach, where Nathan gave Haley the Cracker Jack bracelet. Oh. Recent years, several other recognized Wilmington homes filmed in One Tree Hill were also sold. Haley Scott's house was sold in 2018. 4 years later, the house that portrayed as Haley and Nathan's in seasons 5 through 9 was sold last year. Oh my God. I'm sorry, what was that number? $4 million? Good Lord. Whoa. All right, what does this look like? Oh. Okay. I see it. Okay. That's instant, like, oh, I get it. I get it. Yep. Absolutely see it. All right. So they got, whoever bought it got a $500,000 shaved off. Not bad. Actually, more than that. Got $1 million shaved off. That's not bad. Stunning 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath. Waterfront home. Dang. Underwent a massive renovation. Ooh. Look at that kitchen. That's got the more upgraded hardware. It's got one of those see-through fridges. That's cool. What if I'm just doing a realtor at this point? I like it. I like it. Oh, yes. Oh, look at this. It's got a little, like, secondary, I don't know if that's like a kid thing or like a little cottage that you could put an in-law. There's an outdoor shower right here. Cool. 12 things I forgot happened in season 1 of One Tree Hill. Lucas and Peyton's first kiss was a dare. Very angry and very drunk, Brooke dares her bestie to put her money where her mouth is and kiss the boy they're both crushing on. Peyton does it in front of everyone. Not exactly romantic. Nathan overdoses on PEDs. Nathan was taking pills for days leading up to the game. Huh. That sounds more like addiction, I suppose. What kind of pills, though? Are we talking like, pick-me-up kind of stuff? Are we talking like testosterone? What are we doing here? Peyton's dad almost dies at sea. He returns home for good shortly thereafter, but is hardly ever seen again. When he reappears in another season, he's played by a totally different actor, and it's revealed that he wasn't Peyton's biological father. And he was a totally different actor. Lucas cheats on Brooke with Peyton for the first time. How could you cheat on me with my best friend? The fact that this is one of several times is nauseating. Yeah, I would say so. That's pretty bad. Brooke thinks she's pregnant. This all happened in the first season. She then proceeds to lie to Lucas about it, even though she's actually not pregnant. Dan almost dies. This one happens almost as many times as Lucas cheats. To be fair, that's not very surprising. He was kind of a monster, from what I could tell. Karen is gone for a big chunk of the season. Moira Kelly was pregnant in real life, so this makes sense. It was also wild that she just vanished to Italy, seemingly out of nowhere. Nikki, the mother of Jake's daughter, creates the most drama. She was supposed to be a few years older than them and created so much chaos for high schoolers. And for what reason? Was she truly that bored? Jake leaves with Jenny in the middle of the school year. I totally get why he did it, but how was this allowed? Wasn't it just going to make things 10 times worse for him in the future? How did he graduate? Did he graduate? Number 10, Sheryl Crow shows up. Cool, but also random. Deb is normal. Completely functional person for more than half the first season. A little jaded. Not the most present mom ever, but she is far from the woman we came to know and love as time goes on. Number 12, Lucas gets a tattoo. I mean, they had to write Chad Michael Murray's arm tattoo in somehow, but this was just strange. Brooke also has a tattoo? Who's out here tattooing drunk minors? Hey, I'm assuming if you got enough money and the money's good, it'll happen. Now, it might not be in the greatest of establishments or locations, but I mean, if there's one thing I know about the world is if you got money, you can make things happen. You can make things happen. All right. That was amazing. Great edit. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It is Artists on Artists, I believe, is the short term for this. It is AOAOAOA is the other shorthand. Artists on Artists on Artists. Funny moments, in my opinion, part 1. Let's go ahead and check this out. And that does look like Angela from Smosh. So let's go ahead and see if it's correct.
Welcome back to Artists
It is.
On Artists.
On Artists.
on Artists.
And we started working on Wednesdays at 2.
Wednesdays at 2, which I thought was the best time.
That was the best time, but I was audio only and Quentin was video only. So
I was
it was
video.
like
I was video only.
Because you had your job, right? You were working.
Yeah,
because
because I do closed captioning for my job. I do closed chat captioning for Judge Judy, and I needed my ears
Judge
entirely
Judy.
for that.
Oh, me? Yogurt's a woman.
She does the sinister babies in Hollywood, and I do the regular babies. The more lighthearted babies, the commercial spots usually.
Did the study end?
No. And I don't think it can.
I do not unzoom before I fall asleep. I always return the pictures back to their original size before
you're
my
a
head
doctor.
hits the pillow.
You
will
always have
not
to pinch
do
out.
that.
You always have to
I
pinch out.
pay attention to details. Details are my entire thing. I will never unzoom a picture. On Google Chrome, I will always reset back to fit. Always
Okay,
reset back to fit to page.
He'd just line up a bunch of instruments on the ground, and he'd just sit on each one a little bit.
That's where my nickname asshole came from.
Well, I'll introduce myself.
What a
My
nickname.
name is Skeleton Brimblebones, and I am Tim Burton's muse.
How many cars you got?
I think it's 52.
Yeah, about that same. About that same.
You got cards too?
I got
You're
cars.
gonna-
I would say cars.
Cards.
We did Tuesdays every time, but then someone had swimming. Who had swimming?
It's called swimming pool. It's an open mic that I do, and love these questions and would love to get into it. Oh, yikes! Unfortunately, legally speaking, I cannot talk about how the dogs feel. So legally speaking, the word sinister cannot be mentioned within 25 words of my name.
Does that happen a lot? And also, what's gonna happen to Jacob Elordi, Ben?
So, good question. I would love to get into it. I would love to get into what's going to happen to Jacob Elordi, but legally cannot.
It's because for me, if I were to be making dog buttons, I'd be getting dog buttons because I'm asking, what are the dogs thinking? And I don't think that the dogs are thinking bark. You know what I mean? I imagine they're saying
No.
something with their bark. So
Absolutely
You wouldn't
not.
believe how many times dogs are thinking bark.
Like, we can't label you yet, Tyler.
And I'm
so
not.
sorry.
I'm far from done. I'm far from
You
done.
sound pretty close.
You sound close.
That's
They want to be an alpha, but what do we tell them?
I don't think you should tell them anything.
Could we just talk about it?
Man, babe, you love Hamilton, babe.
You have changed your Zoom name. If you are listening on audio medium, she has changed her Zoom name to Loves Hamilton.
What's your favorite Hamilton quote?
I won't say, but I'll say.
Oh, legal reasons?
No, I'll say it's 1776. It's when they say your dates.
You like when they say the dates.
I think it's so creative. What a way to say we're in 70s. Anyway.
Though, to call Quentin out a little bit.
Don't,
For a while there, it seemed like you had to see
Please
Hamilton.
don't.
Quentin.
I was just going to bring up how you love emails, but you love emails and...
Oh my god, he's sweating so much.
And a thing that...
Sorry, I slipped in through the back door. Just wanted to be here. I don't leave my house that often. Just gonna say hi and gonna say my name right before I leave. Don't want to be bombarded. I'm really thankful for all of you and all the listeners of everybody here, and good to see you, Hollywood sign. This place is for dreamers. Thankful for you all. My name's Oscar.
Wow. What's your first name? The? He disappeared.
Our wives are friends.
Our wives are really good friends.
Imagine if you could just do that
Let's
in
just
real
say they're
life.
good friends.
Let's just say that. But our wives are friends.
Our wives are
yeah,
friends.
totally.
Get through the day just knowing at the end of the day that our wives are friends. It
Feels
really
better.
changes everything.
It just gives us a boost of energy.
Well, their chemistry's electric. That's the thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well,
they
here's
have
the
a
thing.
great time. They're good friends.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. If you're gonna do a full feature, if you're like in the trailer scene and you want to like transition to full length narratives, I'll say get a good support system, because you want to make sure that people at home have somewhere to go and have someone to talk to. And thank God, our wives are friends.
Thanks God. I thank every God. I thank God.
You think every god.
I know that. I know
I
that.
thank every God for that.
Friendship,
I
yeah.
mean, they're really, really good friends.
Let me ask you something. Are they in love?
They're really good friends.
I would let it lie. I let it lie. What percentage of the script do you think is all of our voices? So, like, what percentage of the script is your voice? What percentage of the script is my voice? Like, what do you guys think? Like, you can speak for yourself.
I would say 100%.
It's fun to be with you guys. It's really fun. I don't usually hang out with you kinds of people.
Sure,
I have been through things you have not been through. I have learned plastic surgery by my own sheer force of will.
I love it. I love what you're doing.
I wish we could be nonprofit,
impressive.
but we can't.
Yeah.
So
You have to be, I mean,
Why
you have
not?
to get the lights
Why
on.
can't? Yeah, why can't you?
You have to be a for-profit organization.
You have to make money.
Precisely. Yeah.
Honey, I'm anything but wax. Lick me and see. I'm talking about this.
Oh.
I'm holding a Barbie. I'm holding a Barbie.
Oh, Helen.
Okay, that was crazy. I feel like she kind of knew she was having a manic episode. She was leaning into it.
Yeah, because it's like no one was debating if she was holding the Barbie.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. All right, I like it. I like the initiative, but my weddings are a little different, so we're usually going with something a little like this. I should be going to jail. I should be in jail.
Get in, bitch. We're going gaming. Guys, it's the Mean Girls video game, the musical, the movie, the book, the movie. Come on.
And it almost ran over 2 photographers
That
and
is so
press.
accurate.
Because the purse was so big.
It had wheels
She
on it.
carried it a lot farther than I
But it's a
thought she
game
would.
It
not
had
based on
wheels,
the
it had
movie,
an
based
engine,
on
it
the
had 2
musical.
people inside it pushing it for.
Oh, it was a bus.
It was a bus. It was a bus. And
Not like a bus. It was,
It was
a
a
bus. Got
bus.
it. Sharon, what is mine?
So yours is. Well, you
darling.
guys, I should probably deal with this. Should we play Truth or Dare?
Yeah, let's do that. Kind of a fucking crazy ass move for her to say that, and I love women, but I don't fucking trust that bitch.
I will kill you with a knife tonight.
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists answering the question. Now that's why they call it showbiz.
Good night, Hollywood.
Good night, Hollywood.
Good night, Hollywood.
Good night, Hollywood.
That was a fever dream.
Good night, bitch.
Good night.
Link down below in the video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Check out the channel. They might have other edits that might interest you, of course. There's only one bit of information that we were able to find on this in text form. So let's go ahead and pull that up really quick. Here we go. Artists on artists on artists on artists in-universe podcast within the Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists cinematic universe. Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is a podcast which has been airing since 1923. Seems to be the result of a long-standing effort from an unknown group or entity to record the discussions of those involved in some way with entertainment media, primarily entertainment media produced the greater Los Angeles area, or individuals influential in popular culture as a whole. The hosts will introduce the theme for the podcast. Guests for every episode give barely any information about themselves and appear simply to open and close each episode. The hosts seem to record their cold opens separately from the panelists. Despite some panelists noting things said in the opening, the hosts sometimes do not even tell the panelists what the theme of the panel is, as seen in Artists with Projects That Make No Sense, and possibly Oops, We All Made the Same Rom-Com About Amnesia. Early on, the hosts would provide a fishbowl, which would contain questions for the panelists, though this practice seems to have been phased out in later episodes. And we all played the Joker. The Jokers pretended to be the hosts in order to trick the audience. They've had a history with fatalities among panelists of the show. These deaths include Sir Dennis Gravestone, Dusty Dick, Kitty Boingo, and Leroy Tantano. The month-to-month cast reunion ended with Trenton Deaf being strangled by William Scray, but we don't know if he died from this. Oftentimes, the panelists will have access to a library of clips of relevant video and audio recordings of moments from the panelists' lives. Some of these clips are of suspicious origin, being recordings of very private moments or otherwise mundane events where the existence of said clips are highly unusual. This may be connected to the fact that the show has its own Bible associated with it. The Bible on Bible on Bible on Bible. Differences between the Bible on Bible on Bible on Bible and the Christian religious texts of a similar name are not yet clear. Recording studio may exist in the quantum realm. With the 100th anniversary special, needed 2 extra panelists to be added. The 2 that appeared were Madame Tussaud, a woman who died in 1850, and Tony, a man who moved to LA that very day and opened the door to this new apartment only to find that it led to the recording studio. I'm so dead. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. What a hilarious, absolutely hilarious thing. I wonder if there's anything else here. Is there? Obviously, Amanda is in here as well. That's cool. Angela, of course. Kylie and Patrick. Interesting. They take on a lot of different characters. How many episodes have they done? Quite a few. Holy moly. 196. And that was just released yesterday. Canceled YouTube couples. Ooh. So they each take different characters. Another YouTube couple is getting canceled. Dang. Say it ain't so. It's funny. They're about an hour long. Interesting. Very interesting. If you know more about it, let me know down below in the comments. I'm interested in reading that, finding out a little bit more of what goes on. Obviously, that wiki page was very tongue-in-cheek. It didn't start in 1923. That was obviously in-universe lingo. But if you know more about it, let me know. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It is STORROR, Stuck in an Abandoned Pit, which just sounds awful. That sounds like not such a fun time, honestly. But I'm assuming it's going to be very fun. This is, if you haven't heard of them before, it's very well known. Almost 11 million subs on YouTube. This video alone has 8.5 million views. Posted 3 years ago. STORROR. It is parkour, and they get very creative with these videos. It's quite interesting. As you can see from the thumbnail, it looks pretty awesome. He is pretty high in the air as well. I watched this with absolute admiration is probably the word that comes to mind. Obviously, do not try this at home. You will definitely fall and break something, if not more. It's not worth it. Now, if you're a professional parkourer, you'd probably still get injured. But the chance of getting injury, probably a little less, unless you're trying to do stuff that's crazy. But
what are you holding on to?
Let's go ahead and jump into this
Watch out, you're
and see what happens.
Take the drop, perhaps. Oh, it's all going wrong.
We're stuck, okay?
Oh, okay. Wow, every time they fall, I can feel my body just clench.
My God.
Obvious challenge this week, folks. There's a pit that's too high to get out of, so all these idiots are going to get in it.
Obvious challenge.
It might not look too high from here, but once we get in, you're going to see the reality of this. You're going that way.
These walls are
Honestly,
so
it doesn't look very
thin,
high, but
they're
we're also
so
looking at
slick.
it through
Oh my God.
a couple of
This is so
GoPros.
All right, drop down, straight down. There's a
fisheye
table right by
lens.
you. One down in the pit.
Oh my God. I'm not sure if we're getting out of here.
We're in this now.
We're in it, here we go.
Last words before you're potentially stuck for the rest of the day.
Wow.
This is so much higher than I was expecting. Oh my days. You're so
Oh,
high
boy.
up there. Max is currently injured from filming a project that we still need to release. I thought these were going to be like here, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet injuries happen quite often with them just because they do that extra layer of nuts. Like they're really
Just to kick it off.
going for it.
I think I'm alright. Our best climber has got injured on the way in.
Snap metal, man. Like
This place is rusty. God almighty. I guess the next logical step is to try and find things that are going to help us escape. There is so much random stuff. So much treasure. Maybe we could straw our way out and lasso it up. Whoa.
There's a lot of rust around there. Probably not a good
Why
thing.
did I put them on my head? What's this saying?
Like this kind of wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel.
Whatever this hell this is could be kind of useful somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Holds cabling. Wrap cable around it.
Oh, there's a gremlin down there.
Hello, Dobby.
Obviously, we've got this in the corner, but it's spiked and anti-climb paint, so I think we'll leave this for the moment. Is it a bit unsafe as well? So that is like
Pretty much a no-go. This could wind up useful.
Oh wait, there is actually wire
Spiked
here.
with anti-climb paint. It's like they almost knew they were coming.
Is that solid?
Lasso it above those little up there.
I reckon that's our best bet. The obvious thing that probably a lot of people are thinking right now is the way we got in. Why don't we try that in reverse? But that handhold was so difficult to hold on to.
On here, Josh pointed out these little wires. Like you sort of pinch the wire, stand on that, and make a jumping, stab, and leap for freedom.
Who's up for that? Jesus Christ, I don't want to do that way. This is the
That's
thing,
a heck
we've
of a
all got
jump.
to get out. It's not a case of just finding a route for Toby and Josh, who are probably the strongest climbers. We're screwed. I was going to say, you've been holding on. Oh, right.
More of that, please, mate.
What are you holding on to?
You look quite far away. Anything over here, Toby? If you can't reach to that, I think this corner's pretty much done, to be honest, because that's not...
Yeah, that light is pretty much...
It's all just hit him. He's realised
I mean, the two lights above
So
it,
it's either
maybe.
get filthy anti-climb painted and maybe spiked up and scratched up and maybe still not get out, or we try and do a teamwork thing.
We go for teamwork.
Feet in the corner on there, and then like someone can climb up you, up your shoulder.
So the idea is to get someone on that, to then someone climb onto them, to then get out.
I don't know. I think in the flexi dogs. Flexi dogs. You're fully on your toes, Like either on the higher one or lower one.
You pin his foot to that. All my weight on one toe.
It's all weight on one toe, that's the problem.
I'm not doing that.
If this was flat, like a flat lip, but I think because it's like rounded and toed, all the weight's gonna take you off.
Well then.
We're stuck, okay? Mondays are over. Call off all the videos.
Bobby Swag next up.
Now they're
It's
down
pretty
there,
brutal.
it really gives a perspective of how hard it is. Look, Toby's standing on a rail, but getting on someone's shoulders from there is so hard. Here we go, developments.
It's kind of crazy that they have that like razor wire almost
teamwork
to make sure nobody like climbs in it.
What can I do to help you, Josh? Toby, are you secure?
The question is, what is that? Is that like a loading dock? Like you lower things in? I know there's a door right there,
No.
so clearly that
It's
goes
all
up.
going wrong.
What do you like place stuff in there?
Good effort, good effort. So what's the problem in that position?
Just balance.
Or stuff comes out of the
Toby's
door, and
stability,
then they lift
just
it
like
up
not really
to
having
be
anything to
taken
go
away.
from, really.
Is it because you're like stuck in
kind of
against
a
the wall
weird
that you
spot.
can't really like
Yeah,
start climbing?
there's none of this. Like,
Just sort of like
and
glued
Toby
in.
didn't feel stable. I feel like if I tried to climb Toby, I would have just fallen backwards.
Yeah.
What about that? Yeah, you're like pushing someone up there with your hands.
What about if I go on your shoulders?
Toby's hands are like this.
Toby
pushes me up.
Wow, okay.
Just check you're not going to land any like bricks.
Where are we?
Somewhere you're not supposed to be, basically. Which makes it even more
Josh,
fun.
my shoulders are here to be trod on. Oh my god, Toby! Oh.
It's not the greatest view of all time.
Onto the legs, onto Toby's legs, onto Toby's legs. That's it, that's it. Can I put how much down here? He's got the hole! He's got the hole!
Oh my gosh. He did it.
The first escapee. Welcome back to reality. Let's go.
How does the last guy get out though?
Yeah, that was so important. Without that, welcome back to real life.
I'm alive. That was real weird. Yeah, like that hole made all the difference. Like literally having that little extra bit of grip with the hand. How's everyone going to get out? That's the question.
That looks so difficult to do.
so hard.
That little one finger grip. You can't do that with your broken fucking finger.
I've done like 2 climb ups in like 2 months.
Can I help you guys get out? No.
No, you've gone
By the
savage
way,
mode on
heads
it.
up, that ledge is round.
How was it for you, Toby?
Fairly solid, but it's just like you could feel him constantly balancing like
Yeah.
this.
So I think now they're going to try a different method. Obviously, there's one less person down there, so there's one less helping hand. But I think they're going to go for the lasso.
Like, yeah, they're saying that one's bad, but for me personally, just trusting this piece of like telephone wire doesn't really have the credentials.
Comment competition, which one's that?
Yeah, go on then. STORROR, I mean, it's a messy one, but what knot is that?
Is it a different one to the last one?
It was a clove hitch, but they were saying that a hitch isn't a knot. Didn't know that, to be fair. It's not a knot.
But you've got to hold it on that little, like literally here.
But I don't know if one strand's going to be safe enough.
You have to double up the wire to just increase its safeness.
Yeah, and for us to get up it makes it so much easier if it's double the thickness, otherwise we're climbing like this.
Quick tension snap and you land in Dobby land.
Yeah, you gotta double that, I think.
It's funny to get out the whip zone.
Becoming anticlimactic. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, we're stuck.
I don't think that's coming out.
Oh, but still.
It's on a rusty bolt.
Jesus Christ.
It's on like a small nut.
Mate, that's so sketchy.
It's looped around something, but just precarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Mate, it's got nothing to it.
What's this little plastic thing? Can you get any purchase on that? At least get a little
No.
Horrible.
Just obviously be careful
We
of.
can help your feet, actually, a bit.
True.
Callum, just grab your waist and shit and come down.
There you go.
Oh, good man. Shimmy across now. Across the nose and snap.
Oh my god.
Go across.
Where
Two hands.
I reckon try and put your foot, climb up and put your foot on into it.
2 hands on that one. Yeah. And now if you can reach one hand across. To the
Watch out, you're entangled. You're entangled, bro.
Slow descent.
Watch out.
Slow descent. And
We can help you.
No, don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Prepare to take the drop, perhaps.
This is so
Oh my god, man. I think you should try and grab the balance hand yourself first if you can. Could you swap your feet and then look left? Swap your feet, right and left foot, and then look left. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes, true.
Wow.
I was genuinely terrified there, I'm not even gonna lie. My arms are so dead. When I was coming here, I was like, I need to get out of here quick or I'm going to take that drop.
That was intense watching it from here because you
Yeah.
could see the facial expressions. You could see how long he was on there for. It's
my
like,
gosh.
I thought he was close to dropping.
That was
though.
brutal.
Yeah.
I thought he was
going
gonna
to
drop.
Can I take that? No.
It's a hefty drop as well, and I was just thinking like, please don't drop and get like shoulder, like arm caught and shoulder just like imagine just.
That was an intense 1 minute. Like that was 1 minute real in the unknown danger zone.
Just like there's a small chance this might happen, but like this could go badly.
Okay, so that's a second new way out.
That was
feel
nerve-wracking.
up for that.
I reckon this is gonna.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're grabbing that.
Corner number 3 with the white lip that we're going to try and get to is super dusty and it's got like no purchase. Your feet have also got no purchase, so we're just going to test it out.
Run there first.
Another method nobody else will want to repeat.
I honestly don't think I can do this.
Oh, the power.
1 sec. Hey, just stay there 1 sec. He's just drying his fingers. That's the really dusty lip that we're talking about. Come on, Bob. Nicely done. All right.
I'm good.
All right. Space now. Space probably underneath now, Cal.
Oh, that's hard actually. Elbow up.
Elbow up. Watch out for space underneath for the drop. Nail, okay.
Come on, Toby. Yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
That's way harder than I thought. Well done. Did not think that was possible.
Only just.
No way am I doing that. Nah. That was like, whoa, I thought that was kind of okay. Literally, I haven't done any climbing in the last 2 months, so my upper body is just kind of at that stage where it's feeling a little bit weak. Plus, Toby's got like 4 inches of reach on me that I don't have. His wingspan is big.
The thing my right toe was on the way in came off. I didn't want that to happen here because I was just way higher up. I honestly thought that was like, okay, let's get the easy one out of the way.
So we got 2 people left.
How the heck is the last person getting out of there?
Okay, so we've analysed all the options, and I think my greatest way of escaping is doing the same way as Drew did. I'm going to get an assistance from Callum from the bottom, and hopefully that wire stays strong.
Stay in, yeah. Well, you did work out the beta, yeah. Ready for it. Cool. Well done, Ben.
Ooh, that's not many fingers on there.
The grip's going to be the best.
Watch out for you.
For that wire. Yeah, nice. Don't over the grip. Time. Nice. Time.
Reach across.
Back grip.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Beautiful. Minus a pinky.
Oh my god, here. Oh my god.
The climb up is so hard when you get there.
I deshelled my finger, but
Really?
it fell off like here.
Oh my god.
Mate, transferring is terrible.
It's so much harder than it looks.
And my arms are just pumped by here, and it's like you feel rock. You don't feel a grip, you just feel numb.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a custom-made finger for Ben. If he loses that. Are you alright?
4 out of 5. There is a Callum Powell left in.
He's the only one left in the hole. This is when I find out this whole video idea was a ploy to just ditch me and leave me in a hole. Bring us some food. Sweet. Right, time the climb paint corner.
Are you going to go through, or are you going to go around?
I'm thinking of going around it. I don't think I'm going to fit going through it.
I think going around is, I reckon that's hard.
The final floor left. Has anybody got any wet wipes?
Yeah, I don't think you would fit through that.
Oh. Are you? Fucking hell, mate. Oh my god. Oh, yes, Callum. Yes, Callum.
Don't,
Oh my god. Yes, Callum.
so that's why they put
Into
that
the
there.
daylight.
I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that way, but fair enough.
But at what cost? Look at that. That's not going to come off for days.
My hazers as well.
How are you not covered?
Yeah, well, how did you do that so well?
We actually do want to get stuck somewhere though, so if you find anywhere that's sort of similar to this, we will come to your place and we will try and get ourselves stuck.
We want to
Throw a
escape from
like
the prison,
on
so
that.
if you own
That
a
was
prison,
crazy.
let us know, and hopefully we can come in there and try and escape from that as well.
If I were to pick my favorite one, ooh, it's gotta be the second one. This, where he was just hanging there, and you're just like, oh, is it gonna fall? I was just expecting him to fall, honestly. That was a long minute for sure. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love, and also check out their channel. They obviously will have more videos of that. So if you enjoyed it, certainly. Their last Stuck in a Hole vid was even better, and their skill challenge, but yes, they have many great vids. Absolutely. Welcome in, Femke. Yeah, that was probably my favorite moment, because I was just like, ooh, that's not a good situation. You're probably, I don't know, 9 feet off the ground from your feet, maybe 10 feet, probably 9 feet. But ooh, that was nerve-wracking for a little bit, there. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on STORROR. Good grief! Obviously, do not attempt that at home or in an abandoned pit. Just avoid abandoned pits. It's a general rule of life. STORROR teased their upcoming Parkour Pro video game, where anyone can perform death-defying stunts from the safety of their own home. Worlds of extreme sports have translated well into video games over the years. Long-running and beloved skateboarder series, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which, I mean, talk about a huge, huge fan base on that. I remember playing it myself. It was a lot of fun. Absolute lot of fun. Great soundtrack, too. And I never even skateboarded, but I loved the video game. It was fantastic. To the more recent multi-sport covering Riders Republic from Ubisoft, now the UK-based parkour and free-running group STORROR is looking to make a name for themselves in the space with their own game, STORROR Parkour Pro. Officially revealed last November, the ambitious project itself bills itself as the first online multiplayer parkour game. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Focusing entirely on freedom of movement for players as they race through an open world. That's actually really neat. For starters, the group's Guinness World Record holding member Drew Taylor confirmed when players will be able to step into the world of Parkour Pro and shared some of the experience getting hands-on with the game. The 31st of March is the early access release. So here, that'll be the first time that people actually get their hands on a playable version. Honestly, it's a pretty effing sweet. I play that game a lot. It's so fun. It's really neat. You'd be surprised they've done cable line 250 meters in the air and done many stunts on tall buildings in Japan. Oh my gosh. Oh. Maybe one of these days we'll have to check that out. It just, oh my gosh. Tough to watch, but also very cool. It's very similar to, all those Red Bull acts of absolute craziness, really. I just watched today of a skateboarder dropping in from 290 feet, I want to say. It was like 70 meters in the air. It was just crazy. Huge. Like, not a half pipe, but a quarter pipe or whatever. Open world, there's escapes you can do from security. There are time trials. It's online multiplayer. So me and you can be in the lobby together, and I can set you a challenge that we both have to compete to complete. That's kind of cool. Helicopter tracks every move. Just enjoy a more casual free running experience. We got to watch this. Hopefully this does not get banned. Assassin's Creed, of course, Uncharted, Dying Light, all very parkour-ish based games. And of course, the ones I brought up previously, Mirror's Edge from 2008 was that first-person runner early example of how the medium could capture the thrill of parkour. Honestly, that game still looks good. I've looked at a video of it recently, and I'm like, wow, that game was ahead of its time. It really didn't really get its due as much as I thought it should. Parkour Pro is dedicated solely to the sport with no guns to shoot, targets to assassinate, or dangers to fear other than gravity. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, it definitely has that Mirror's Edge kind of feel to it.
You have to embrace uncertainty. Risk of failure. So many unknowns.
Obviously, this looks like it's third person.
And most people aren't willing to take that on.
Oh. Oh.
But if you've ever felt that moment, everything lines up.
That's kind of neat, honestly. It's one of those things where, you play it, you never really done it yourself, but it's just so much fun to see and, be part of it. In the meantime, receiving rave reviews following its South by Southwest premiere, the film We Are STORROR, the film, of course. Michael Bay produced it, I believe, or directed it. Pretty awesome. Have they set a release date? Wish list. Interesting. Early access by now, $25 US. Release date. Oh, 9/24/25. What? So 2 days ago. Interesting. Might experience unforeseen issues or completely new gameplay elements while playing the game. Can play now to experience the game while it's being built, or wait till it offers a more complete experience. I never quite understood the appeal of playing a game that's not complete. Maybe it's just, I'm showing my age or whatever. I remember a day when games were launched and they were totally done, polished, tested, all that good stuff. But I don't know. I've never really gotten into the pre-order or anything like that, or beta testing or etc. I guess I don't know why they do that. I guess it's kind of a way to save money, so I don't have to hire a bunch of testers. But that used to be a cool little job for, young people that wanted a little job where they could test games and write up reviews and write out bugs and stuff like that. Used to be a job. I don't know if it still is. Michael Bay's new parkour documentary sounds like an ethical minefield. Bay says he literally disavowed all knowledge of what parkour group STORROR was going to do with the cameras he gave them. That's so funny. Most of which involved having nothing to do with and no knowledge of what was happening while the movie was being filmed. In case it wasn't clear, making a movie about people who do deliberately dangerous things and who are incentivized in numerous ways to make those things more flashy and dangerous, especially when, I don't know, filming with one of the most famous action directors who previously hired them to work on one of his big budget films, is kind of fraught with ethical perils. Quote, I could not condone anything that they were doing. I could not be on the set. I could not have anything to do with them shooting. Basically, he couldn't be involved in the project at all until all the footage had been shot without anyone dying. To the point they didn't know about the existence of a pretty frightening accident, one that makes for a major emotional through line for the movie, until after the full footage had been delivered to him, all of which can't feel ever so slightly hinky to us. I have no idea what that means. In terms of... What the heck does that even mean? Translate. I don't even want to search it. Writing tools unavailable. Come on now. In terms of questions about who's pushing who to do what, you could argue that STORROR, which has been posting stunts online for 15 years at this point, which has more than 10 million followers on YouTube, would have been doing and filming these stunts regardless. But Bay's decision to build and now promote a movie that essentially sells itself on the appeal of people doing stunt work without any protections that cinematic stunt work is supposed to be accompanied with can't help but set off alarm bells in our head. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. STORROR from Netflix films Six Underground in Brighton Parkour. Businessman is urging the public not to copy a group of parkour athletes who shocked locals after performing death-defying stunts on the seafront. That's so funny. Drew Taylor can be seen asking a beachgoer to make way, much to the surprise of shocked onlookers, with one brandishing the idea as ridiculous. One bystander could be heard asking, "Is he insane?" And Mr. Taylor responds, "Yeah, slightly." He can then be seen jumping onto the beach volleyball court opposite the world-famous Pump Room Cafe. Mark Brady, owner of the cafe, witnessed the jump, and he said the stunt has the potential to cause serious injury. You don't say. The sand doesn't have great depth to it, and there was a bit of wind at the time. We don't encourage it in any way whatsoever. That could cause a spinal injury, and you could end up in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, of course. Mr. Brady said one bystander was irate. They act this way in front of young children. After completing the so-called volleyball height drop challenge, the crew continued their tour of Brighton with 9 further stunts around the city. That's funny. Worries that copycats who are less well-trained may follow suit. I'd warn people off of doing it, quote, but it could be very dangerous if you were slightly inexperienced. It's, newsflash, it's still dangerous. We get people jumping from there occasionally, but the seafront is like going to the circus but not having to pay the money. It's very much in a place if you're between 16 and 25 years old. Well, that sounds like the fun place to hang. Free Running Group's use of seafarers sculpture branded disrespectful by the artist who created it. Oh, we literally just reacted to that. You might recognize it. 108 columns pay tribute to those who lost their lives at sea. The artist behind the iconic sculpture, used by a parkour group for free running, has described the actions as disrespectful. More than 600,000 people have watched new footage of STORROR free running over the seafarer's sculpture in Portishead. The group, who have 6 million YouTube subscribers, obviously much more now, almost 11 million, in the Floor is Lava challenge. Art feature includes 108 columns ranging in height from 1 to 3 meters, arranged in a wave-like pattern. The piece was created by an artist, Michael Dan Archer. It consists of a forest of granite columns running across a large earthwork by the sea. Artist Dan says he's upset to see the sculpture used for free running. He said, "I've seen their video and I'm upset about this practice. The sculpture is a memorial to people who died at sea, so using it as some sort of adventure playground is extremely disrespectful of the deceased seafarers of our nation. It's also possible that it will damage the artwork. I hope this practice will stop." Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I mean, when you... it is kind of a... kind of reminds me of skateboarding and how businesses, you'll see it all over the place. It says like no skateboarding on a sign or no inline skating or whatever. And it's businesses trying to tell people that, you know, you're not welcome here for doing that kind of activity. So it makes me wonder, are they going to start putting up signs where it's like no parkour, no free running? I get it. You know, it can damage property and stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe, you know, kind of like what skateboarding did. Parks have to go up maybe like a free running park or, some sort of parkour adventure park would be kind of neat. So people can do it, but in a safe way and, not potentially destroying something. I don't know. Didn't seem like they were going to get destroyed, but it obviously is dangerous a little bit and it could do something. So I understand why the artist is upset, of course. Of course, it's his work, spent forever on it. Obviously, it's meant as a memorial, so it's kind of, I can see how it would be seen as disrespectful. Who do you contact for that? I guess you contact the artist. Although, I don't think they have any rights to it, do they? I think it's the cities or the township or whatever. It's the town's responsibility to keep it going. I don't know. It was a fun video. I will say that. It was a fun video. Legitimately. It was pretty great to see him run across this thing. It was pretty neat. And it was actually very impressive because these are not super close together. I mean, they are pretty close together, but some of them have like decent distance. So you're constantly trying to find the right path so you don't, pick the wrong path and then all of a sudden you have to jump like 10 feet or something. Very interesting. A little bit of controversy here and there. Kind of reminds me of, it's just standard anything you do in public and record it is going to cause some level of, complaint or maybe legal issue or something like that. Like pranksters go through that and certainly parkour free runners and people that do that IRL streaming and whatnot. Like sometimes they do some interesting things on camera. It just is what it is. Like it's going to happen if you do any sort of public recording of any sort of video. There will be people who enjoy it and then people who don't. And it's just kind of is what it is. I would say the video was definitely 100% amazing. Now, was there some, lines crossed there? Maybe. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it. But it was fun to watch. It was absolutely fun to watch. And I guarantee that artist, way back here in the back of his mind, was probably like, that's pretty cool. Might not have been his first thought. Or maybe it was his first thought. And then he thought about it for a second and goes, oh, wait a minute. This was a memorial. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This is Stray Kids Catch Each Other's Lies. This is from Teen Vogue. Teen Vogue. Posted a month ago. Under 1 million views. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right. Let's go ahead and bring this up and jump in, shall we? You know what? I'm going to make this slightly smaller just in case we need subtitles. That's probably a good idea. There we go. Boom. Catch each other's lies.
단체 톡방은 무시한 적이 없습니다. 있잖아. 나 밥 먹으라고 했을 때. 근데 그럼 단톡방은 무시하잖아요. 단톡방으로 했는데. 개인 단톡방이 있잖아.
Hello and welcome to Teen Vogue's Are You For Real?
Are you for real?
We're all going to stand at this podium and share a fact about something we've never done before, okay? And the rest of the group will then guess whether it's true, if it's true, or false. Right.
Or false.
So, Stray Kids, are you ready?
Let's go.
I will go first.
Yeah, let's
That
go.
makes
머리
sense.
자르고 후회해본 적이 없다.
없지 않을까? 하나, 둘, 셋. 나 있을 것 같아. 나도 있을 것 같은데? 나 뭔가 백도 어때?
I feel like everybody regrets the haircut. At least once.
소리하지 않았어.
Nobody's perfect.
나 불닭 개인적으로 난 좀
별로였어?
그래? 난 좀 더 잘 어울리는 머리가 있었을 거라고 생각해. 난 후회가 없긴 했었어. 씻을 때 너무 편했어.
No regrets.
그거는 뭐.
맞긴 하지.
No regrets. Yeah.
No regrets.
무대 위에서 의상 사고가 난 적이
No regrets. Even one letter.
무조건 있어. 무조건 있어. 바지 찢어지지 않아?
So many times, too many times.
Yes, for the American leg of our tour, I think my pants ripped like 4 to 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, boy.
45 times.
Yeah. Quite the view. Yes. Alright. Next one. 귀신을 믿어본 적이 없다.
엄청 많을 것 같아요. 엄청 많을 것 같아요.
있어. 믿어본 적 있어.
무조건 있어. 믿어본 적 없긴 해. really? 되게 현실적인 사람이야.
근데 맞아.
되게
맞긴 해.
과학적으로 생각하는 사람이라.
형 3층에서 귀신 봤었잖아 옛날에.
근데 그건 있었어. 그 옛날에 연습생 때 이제 채영이가 같이 이제 우리 연습하고 있는데 갑자기 와! 막 이러는 거예요. 그래서 오 뭐야 무슨 일이야 했는데 갑자기 3층 정수기 뒤에서 이제
머리 큰 귀신.
머리 큰 귀신이 이렇게 보고 있었대. 근데 난 당연히 못 봤지. 채영이가 봤었고 나도 이제 겁만.
I appreciate
설마
the
그러겠어.
jump scare attempt.
이런 느낌. Alright, next one. 하루 만에 드라마 시리즈 혹은 애니 시리즈 전체를 몰아본 적이 없다.
있다 무조건
있지.
있어.
Everybody's
무조건
done
있어.
that.
애니를 좋아하는 형으로서는 있을 것 같아.
야 근데 한 번에 다 하루에?
한 번에 다 내.
근데 한 번에 그렇게 시간이 있을까?
해가 뜰 때까지
옛날까지 포함은 있을 것 같긴 한데.
맞아, 있어.
한 번 있을 것
있어?
같아.
응 있어.
애니메이션? 소다톤 레인 옛날에 연습생 때.
그치.
태어나서 지금까지구나. I think so, yeah.
Let's go.
Especially easy when the show isn't like, you know,
띠부띠부씨를
multiple
수집해 본 적이
seasons.
없다.
없을 것 같은데?
Like I'm thinking of like imagine watching, you know, One Tree Hill 9 seasons in one sitting. Nobody's doing that. Very rarely, right? It doesn't make sense. Does not make sense.
이 형 맨날 띠부띠부씨를 갖고 노는 거
But if the
봤는데.
show's like 8 episodes,
있어. 리네가 그런 거
yeah,
좋아해.
that's easy.
모아본 적?
얘는 맨날
모으진
저런 거
않았을
핸드폰에
것 같은데?
붙이잖아.
모으진 않았을 것 같아.
모으진 않았을 것 같은데.
없다 하면은
없다.
인정.
있습니다.
진짜 안 어울리는 팀이다.
한창 포켓몬빵 먹고 탄수화물이 급격하게 땡길 때 있잖아, 밤에. 그때 이제 딱 이제 포켓몬빵 먹고 이제 거기서 하나씩 핸드폰에 800원짜리.
You was right.
자, 다음 갑니다. 뼈가 부러진 적이 없다.
뼈를 부러졌어.
있을 것 같아.
뼈는 없을 것 같아.
태어나서 지금까지야. 뼈가 부러져 본 적이 있다, 없다.
없을 것 같아.
없을 것 같으면 동의.
태어나서 뼈가 부러져 본 적이 없습니다.
강하다. Strong man. Strong man.
미세 골절도 없어.
저 부러진 적 있어요.
저도 부러진 적 있어요.
저 축구하다가
Me too.
뼈가 이렇게 됐어요. 그래서 병원 가서 여기 잡고 여기 잡아서 이렇게 늘려가지고 뼈가 졌어요.
뼈가 빠졌구나.
뼈가 이렇게 된 게 부러져서 이렇게 됐어.
띵틀 하다가 그
이렇게
매트에서 밖으로 넘어가가지고 어깨뼈가 이렇게 됐어.
진짜 아프다.
dislocated.
그거 나 한번 뼈 태권도 하다가 여기 빠지고 또 부러졌는데 팔이 이렇게 떨어졌어. 그래서 팔이 이렇게 된 거야.
붙었어 지금?
그러니까
근데
이렇게
붙었지.
그래서
네, 여기
어깨가 안 자랐어.
Gosh, that 90-degree angle
어깨가 안 자랐어.
elbow.
진짜 아파.
무대에서 가사를 까먹은 적이 없다.
있다.
있지.
동의하지 않음. 있을 걸? 있어.
사실 나도 기억은 안 나는데 있을 것 같아.
무대 위에서 하는 거지.
글로우 때.
맞네. 일본어 가사도 엄청 많이 헷갈리지 않아?
일본어 가사 하지만 난 틀리지 않아.
슈퍼볼 좀 헷갈렸어.
맞네.
맞아.
맞네.
슈퍼볼이 근데 진짜 헷갈리긴
나
해.
대놓고 일본어로 불렀거든. 네. 자 마지막 갑니다. 무대 공포증을 느껴본 적이 없다.
그치 이제 무조건 있지. 이건
자
긴장. 인정하지 않는다.
있으면 X.
거짓말이다.
오케이 있습니다. 그렇죠. 아무래도 뭐 언젠가 한번. 예.
Good job. Next. Yeah, let's go, Changbin.
I will go. Yeah. I've never posted something to my feed by accident.
피드를 올리지 않는다.
그럴 수가 없다.
그럴 수가 없다. 안 한다. 수가 없다.
자, 멀리 안 나갈게. 오케이, 맞습니다. 저는 실수로 뭔가를 올린 적은 없습니다.
실수로 좀 올려주세요.
실수라도 올릴까요? 다른 멤버의 의상에 탐났던 적이 없다.
있다. 있겠지. 있다. 애가 있을 것
Just
같아.
immediately.
오케이, 제 답은 있습니다.
어떤 의상이죠? 어떤 의상이죠?
멤버들이 크롭 같은 걸 입을 때 탐나지만 내가 감히 아직은 시도할 수 없기 때문에 그런 부분에 있어서 탐냈던 적이 있습니다.
그래도 곧 가능하지 않아요?
조만간 그럴 수도 있을 수도. I've never cheated in a game like Felix.
게임에서? 있다.
무조건 있지.
있으면 있다.
그치.
있으면 X.
있으면 X.
무조건
아,
있을 것
그럼요. 게임은 원래 속이는 게임, 원래 다 속이면서 하는 겁니다.
그쵸.
속이면서 하는 거기 때문에.
창빈이 형 거짓말 잘해요.
네? 예.
자기 이름도 거짓말이에요.
Which game? 롤도 그렇고요.
롤에서
치팅.
왜냐면 제가 좋아하는 캐릭터가 제가 롤 좋아하는 캐릭터가 치팅을 많이 하는 게임입니다. 캐릭터입니다. 쉐이커. 그리고 아리의 매혹도 치팅이죠. 그런 부분들도 있고 그리고 피파에서도 뭐 이제 바디 페인팅과 이런 약간 개인기들 자체가 다 속임수라고 생각을 하기 때문에 그리고 서든어택에서도
뒷자리에 있는 동생 미니맵 보기.
그런 거 많이 합니다.
Back in the day when it was like local,
현진. 궁금해. 현진
you could just
질문
look
너무
at the
궁금해.
other person's screen just
I've
really
never
quick.
lied to another member.
멤버들한테
게임하면서는
장난으로도 하지.
장난까지 있을 것 같아.
아, 현진이 나한테 진심만 말하긴 해.
그게 거짓말이야.
그 거짓말이다. 야, 있다.
그게 거짓이야.
거짓말 있다.
아, 그래?
저는 멤버들한테 거짓말 한 적이 없습니다.
이게 거짓말이다.
This is the lie.
여기까지가 거짓말입니다.
오케이.
I've never pretended to be on the phone because I felt awkward. 그러니까 약간 그러니까 뭐 이렇게 약간 스몰톡하면서 그러니까 스몰톡하면서 뭐 이렇게 해야 되는데 이게 어색하니까 나 전화 왔네. 하는 거.
형은 없을 것 같은데. 뭔가 어색한 자리여서 뭔가 문제점만 할 것 같은데 전화는 안 했을 것 같은데.
문자하는 척까지도 가능인가요?
네, 전화.
얘기하고 있는
무조건 있어, 무조건
있어.
있습니다. 정답.
있을 수밖에 없죠.
전화하러 나가는 척도 한 적 있어요.
와, 진짜?
참 불편한 약간
그치.
그런 그 공기가 있잖아요.
아니 나도 그런 적 많아.
어색한 공기라고 해야 되나? 그런 거 진짜 싫어해가지고 팬 영상을 저장해 본 적이 없다.
현진 진짜 잘 챙겨보잖아. 뭔가 마음에 드는 거 있을
자,
것 같아. X요.
X?
있을 것 같아요.
없습니다.
오, 그럴 수도 있지.
오케이?
Let's get it. 나는 다른 멤버에게 잘못된 안 좋은 조언을 한 적이 없다. 뭐라고? 장난 포함?
너가 우리한테 조언?
조언을 한 적이 없다.
안 좋은 조언을 한 적이 없다.
안 좋은 조언을?
내가 조언을 잘 안 하는데.
아, 조언은 잘 안 하지. 근데 이제 막말을 하지.
안 좋은 조언은 안 줘요.
오케이.
그렇다고 좋은 조언도 안 줘요.
맞아. 저는 누구에게도 조언을 하지 않습니다.
되게 험블한 사람이죠.
장난으로도 하잖아.
아, 장난으로 엄청 하지.
아까처럼.
창빈이 형한테 뭐 형이 뭐 음악을 알아?
아니 내가 녹음하다가 갑자기 형이 야 이거 별로라고 했는데 내가 형한테 말했거든. 아 진심으로 형 음악 아니냐고.
이런 안 좋은 뭐.
내가 좋은 조언이잖아요.
안 좋은. 맞아요. 그래서 제가 태도를 이렇게 했죠. 아, 오케이. 야, 하나 내가 음악 공부 열심히 할게. 그랬죠. 좋은 조언이네요. 맞아요.
네, 좋은 조언.
그는 안 좋은 조언을 한 적이 없습니다.
I've never believed in a conspiracy theory.
음모론을 믿어본 적 무조건 믿지.
Ever? About
맞지,
one?
맞지.
Come on.
네, 저는 음모론을
Gotta believe in
믿습니다.
one.
뭐 SCP 같은 것도 있고 괴생명체들 같은 것도 있고
한이도 있는데 안 믿을 수 없죠.
그치?
맞네. 다음 질문이요?
다음.
really?
내 머리를 직접 잘라본 적이 없다.
있을 것 같아. 무조건 있을 것 같아. 무조건
있어.
무조건 있지.
제가 예전에 헤어라인이 마음에 안 들어가지고 어릴 때 수염도 안 날 때 아빠 면도기로 여기 옆머리 싹 다 잘라버린 적이 있어요.
God.
아 처음에 기니까 가위로 자른 다음에 이제 그 다음에 면도기로 이렇게 밀어서.
Let's go.
That's kind
I've
of
never
wild.
gotten scared during a scary movie.
뭐야, 그 다이애나?
그거.
I definitely do.
옛날 숙소에서 2달 동안 다이애나만 외치면
무서운 적
완전
있습니다.
있어.
완전 많지.
Of course I have. I've never embarrassed myself on stage.
저는 용복이가 창피할 수가 있어?
영복이 한 2시간 울었던 적 있긴 한데.
아 그럼 창피할만 하네.
그래도 창피하다.
하다가
아, 그거
음탕 안 적인 방법이 있어.
저거 일부러 하는 거야.
아 그래?
Let's go!
있었던 것 같아. 나 있어.
아, 근데 없을 수가 없어.
있습니다.
수많은 무대를 했기 때문에. 맞아.
다 있지.
코스프레이를 해본 적 없다.
집에서 했을 것 같아, 혼자.
오, 배트맨.
있어. 엘사 있잖아, 엘사.
스파이더맨.
뭔가 집에서 해봤을 것 같아.
아, 뭐 그 촬영 때 뭐 있긴 있었네.
Costume
처음에는
count?
무조건 있지.
Like
없을 것
Halloween
같긴 하다.
costumes?
있을 거, 없을
I mean, technically we would.
있을 거면
있으면 X. 야,
있어. 근데 집에서 한 적 없고 그 행사 있잖아. 코스프레이 행사 아예 갔어.
건?
Really?
호주에서
우와.
그 코스프레하는 행사 있거든. 거기서 나루토의 이타치를 또 머리밴드를 딱 하고 코트까지 나왔어.
샀어 다.
멋있는 거 있지. 멋있네.
맞아. 그런 거 다 했었어. 야, 신기하다. 예. Kill it. Let's go. Let's go. XX. 자, I've never pretended to like another member's cooking.
얘네 맛있는 척 안 할 것 같은데?
쟤는 인정해. 맛있는 척은 안 해.
맛없으면 맛없다 해.
본 적이 없다니까 이건.
없다면 오죠.
네,
맞습니다. 옵니다.
맛없으면
맛없다고 하고
맛있으면 맛있다 하고.
네.
mean,
자, I've never played
honest
video
critic.
games for more than 10 hours straight.
없어.
있을 것 같아.
있을 것 같아.
10시간 이상 무조건 있어. 10시간 이상
한때 있었으려나?
아, 이건 중학생 때 무조건.
first time I ever played Call of Duty online, the multiplayer, I played for 12 hours. I started at 11 p.m. and I ended the next day at like noon or like 1. I played all the way through. A little awkward because I had, university roommates and they were asleep. But there I was just... I was stunned. It was like a whole other world opened up. I was like, what is this? I'm playing against other people?
그러니까 나도 게임 10시간 이상 해본 적 있어.
진짜?
플레이스테이션. 나 3일 동안
다
했으니까.
X인가요? X가 있다지. 네, 있습니다.
언제요?
중학교 때 이제 중간고사나 기말고사 끝나는 날에는 바로 그 PC방 달려가.
롤이었을 것 같은데?
라면 먹으면서 한 10시간 롤 피곤으로 했죠.
등등.
롤.
Ramen and League.
Legends. Okay. I've never been told to stop singing.
있을 것 같아요. 있을 것 같아요.
우리 귓구녕에다 노래 부르고 있어. 노래 그만 불러. 이런 것도 되는 거 아니야?
근데 내가
근데 얘가 평소에 그렇게
맞아.
엄청 일상생활에 노래를 막 부르진 않는데.
없다면 X인가요? 너무 헷갈려.
있다면 X고 없으면
있을 것 같아.
있습니다.
없을 것 같아.
아주 많이 들어봤죠.
아 진짜?
아주 다양한 사람들한테 아주 많이 들어봤어요.
이게 승리를 만든 거야.
그치. 서사가 있어.
자, 넘어갈게요.
내 차례구나. 단체 톡방에서
네.
누군가의 메시지를 무시한 적이 없다.
무조건 있다.
무조건 있지.
근데 이게
얘는 웬만하면 해.
제 개인톡도
해.
한 달이 지나도 일이 안 살아.
개인톡 너 거만 안 봐.
근데 내 거 바로바로 모르겠지.
아니 보다가 이제 막판에 안 하던데.
그러니까 너만 그런다니까.
뭐
이게 얼마나 쓸데없는 얘기를 했으면
그러니까. 단톡은 있을 것 같아 내 생각에.
없다.
있어.
단체 톡방은 무시한 적이 없습니다.
있잖아. 나 밥 먹으라고 했을 때. 근데
그건
3일 동안 했는데.
무시가 아니고 그냥 삶이야.
You ignored me. What are you talking about?
근데 그건 못 본 거예요.
아니 3일 동안 야 다 0 됐는데 0 됐는데 너 내일 가져와 그거.
3일을 밥 먹으러
한대상 맨날 야 3일 내일 아침에 밥 먹으러 갈 사람 했는데 아무도 톡을 안 했는데 0이 됐는데 야 내일 오후 2시에
저 단톡방은 무시하잖아요. 이제 개인톡은 이제
단톡방으로 했는데
개인톡은
단톡방에 했잖아. 카카오톡 봤잖아 너도.
안 먹고 싶었던 거죠.
단톡방에 했잖아.
안 먹고 싶었던 거죠.
너랑.
자,
That's so
영화를
funny.
보면서 울어본 적이 없다.
있지.
없어.
얘 눈물 꽤 있어요.
영화 보면서
맞아.
얘 꽤 울어.
영화에 감정 몰입할 애는 아니.
저 영화 보면서 운 적 있습니다.
There's certain movies that do it
뭐
for me.
보면서 울었어요?
Certain movies.
그때 초등학생이었는데 그거 보고 울었어요. 어벤져스 엔드게임 보고 울었어요.
아 진짜.
아이언맨.
아이언맨.
아이언맨 죽는 거 보고. 그거랑 이제 폭삭
That was a good
속았수다
one.
보고 울었어요. 이 멤버보다 내가 나이가 많았으면 좋겠다는 생각을 해본 적이 없다.
있죠.
아 근데
For me,
나이
it's like
많고 싶지
The
않을 것 같은데?
Notebook,
그래도 막내하고
Rudy,
싶지도 않을 없나?
야 얘가 막내
ending of
아니었으면 이렇게 이쁨
Braveheart.
받았겠어?
Oh,
형이 막내에서 이쁨 받았겠어?
brutal.
그랬겠나?
Brutal.
내가 막내였으면 귀여웠지.
아니지.
그런가?
있습니다.
야, 누구보다 위에 있고 싶어요.
그냥 모든 멤버보다 위에 있고 싶고. 좀
오케이.
딱딱한
이제는 오늘
느낌.
30살.
Why am I forgetting it?
그래요.
좋아요.
오케이.
This was so much fun. Yes. Thank you, Team Vogue, for having us. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See you tomorrow. Ka-chow.
Excellent video. Excellent video. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw out some much deserved love. And of course, if you check out their channel and you want to request some other videos there, certainly do so. What is that other one? What's that other movie I'm thinking of? Why am I thinking of Angels in the Outfield? It's not it. Field of Dreams. Wow, how could I not remember that? It's one of my favorite movies. Field of Dreams. Oh my gosh. Just beautiful. Beautiful story. Hits all the emotional notes that you could want it to hit. It's just so beautiful. The ending is oh my gosh. If that doesn't give you a little goosebumps, maybe a little watering of the eyes, it's classic. It's absolutely classic. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on Stray Kids. Check in on them, how they're doing. There we go. All right. There we go. Had to change something really quick. Okay, Stray Kids talk about making history with their new album, Karma. K-pop idols are the first artists in history to debut at #1 with 7 consecutive albums on the Billboard 200 chart. That's crazy. That's crazy. Arguably the hardest working act in the music world right now. It's clear the musical juggernaut has no plans of slowing down. As they wound down their gargantuan Dominate World Stadium World Tour, the octet still found time to release their new album, Karma. Forged from late-night writing sessions in hotel rooms around the globe, crafting the album in between sound checks and performing to tens of thousands of stay each night. It's amazing they had the voice doing that, because you're on tour, you're singing a lot, and you're also recording an album. Like, that's wild. Incredible work ethic paid off and earned the K-pop idols their 7th consecutive #1. Debut #1. That's so wild. First artists in history to achieve that feat. Anchoring the center of the album is Halftime, which aptly named, wouldn't you say? With all the markings of a classic maximalist Stray Kids song, the track has a melody that playfully hops around, plenty of percussion, and American football sound effects woven in. Should we start manifesting a Super Bowl halftime show now? Honestly, I could totally see that happening. I definitely could. Having a song with the strong sonic DNA of the group allows them to branch out in a kaleidoscope of musical genre directions for the rest of the album. Whimsically bonkers lead track Ceremony has live performance crowd pleaser written all over it. Particularly successful experiment has come in the form of punk rock. In My Head has a naughty skater punk pop, Green Day or Blink-182 rocky angst to it, which suits the group's sound well, full of crashing guitar riffs, existential lyrics. Yeah, I mean, something about the Green Day and Blink-182 songs just always hit. I don't know what it is. I keep getting older. Those songs still sound amazing. And somehow they're still relatable. How is that fair? How is that life? How is that true? What is happening in my life? I'm still an angsty teen? Is that what I'm saying? For all the exploration, like the message that runs through a stick of seaside rock, Stray Kids make sure to continue reflecting their journey. Phoenix and Ghost both follow the group's journey of overcoming trials, hurdles with determination and drive key pillars and mantra of Stray Kids. Before the stream, I actually played Ghost when the opening credits were rolling. You might have heard it. It's just one of the bonuses of being here for stream. September is a busy time for the kids. Sunshine twins Han and Felix have celebrated their birthdays this week. Seungmin's birthday falls a week later on the 22nd, so a couple days ago. First month of autumn also marks the beginning of Fashion Week season. Yes, that just happened. So we expect to see several members migrate to Europe for their solo brand ambassador obligations, of course. Bang Chan for Fendi, Lino for Gucci, Yoonjin for Versace, Felix for Louis Vuitton, Seungmin for Burberry, IN for Bottega Veneta. I mean, that they hit all of them, didn't they? The only thing they're missing is like Christian Louis Vuitton or whatever. Pretty awesome. Sungmin said, we never imagined this when we first debuted, and even now it still feels like a dream. Performing the music we love in front of so many fans in huge stadiums is truly incredible. We're so grateful for all the support from Stay, and we sincerely hope moments like this continue for a long time. Is there any memory or milestone when you first started out that you always will remember? May feel very small now, but at the time it probably seemed huge. Yoonjin said, one moment I'll never forget is when we first released God's Menu. It's one of our earlier songs that got a really positive reaction from the fans in public. I think it was the first time we truly felt a sense of accomplishment. Looking back now, it might seem pretty small, but at the time it meant so much to us. You're used to achieving your goals. Have you got any milestones that you'd like to achieve? Han said, if I ever get the chance, I'd love to perform on stage like Youngblood. It's always been a fan of his music, and the energy of the performances is something I really admire. Creed and Ceremony, continue with your experimental songwriting style with progressive rap and hip hop, and In My Head has a naughties, emo punk, Green Day vibe to it. What genres have you enjoyed experimenting with the most? What's up, Willow? No, you have not. It is the final video, which will be next. What would you say is essential, or excuse me, I totally missed Changbin's quote here. I'd say it's the song Phoenix. It was a really fun challenge because we tried to combine drum and bass with EDM in a single track, experimenting with new sounds and energy. What would you say is essential or a trademark that makes a Stray Kids song? IN said, I think our music has hooks that make people want to sing along to it at least once. Catchy lyrics, distinctive melodies, definitely some of our signature traits. Do any songs make you super emotional when you perform them live? Felix said, the song Stray Kids really makes me emotional when I perform it. I can't help but think back on our journey as Stray Kids and all the moments we've shared so far, which makes me really immersed in the feeling of the song. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it's any song that, gets you to reflect on where you've come from, where you are now, I mean, that is going to put you right in your feels every time. I'm sure if you look at old photos of yourself or old videos or anything like that from your past, it's like that scene in Ratatouille where the critic just kind of zooms in or zooms out, and it's like his child self. It feels like that every time. Every time I look at something that's like super old that I still have, I just immediately get transported back in that time. It's crazy. The lyrics for 0801 seem very connected to Stay. What was that intention? Bang Chan said 0801 represents the 1st of August, which is the birth date of our fandom Stay. A song completely dedicated to Stay, where we wanted to express how we will always stand by them and that we will also be their strength when needed. Special little birthday gift for Stay because they've done so much for us. That's nice. Felix, I have a fun memory of playing computer games with the members while preparing backstage for the concert. Changbin said, I went for a walk around Europe with Sungmin. It was really nice and refreshing to explore a new place together. What do you like doing with your free time? Yoonjin said, I usually spend it drawing or visiting exhibitions. Han said, while on tour, I started going for walks. Okay, nice. Enjoying a good matcha latte at a nice cafe. Lino said, I really enjoyed running around and exploring the countries we visited on tour. It felt so refreshing. Yeah, I bet it felt like a mini vacation, just a little bit. Like not much of a vacation, but those little quiet moments in between the moving and obviously performing, having to do work, I hope Changbin's loud. Wait, is there anything that another member used to do on tour traveling that you miss? Sungmin said, I hope Changbin's loud talk and actions never go away. They keep everything lively and never dull. IN said, during the tour, I often went swimming with Yoonjin, and now that we're back in Korea with less time to swim, I really miss those moments. That's nice. Stray Kids members and all their biggest brand partnerships right now. I mean, we kind of went over that, certainly, but they're racking them up. Stray Kids, Tommy Hilfiger. They've been the faces of Hilfiger's Always Together campaign since fall 2023. And the partnership continued to flourish through 24. First K-pop group to attend the Met Gala together in May 24. Stray Kids, Bior, UV, Japan, I think. Top-selling sun care brand in Japan. Sunlight is your spotlight. What a great tagline. It's like they paid someone millions of yen to come up with that. 60-second anthem film showcases cinematic shots of the Stray Kid members, capturing the message that everyone is born to shine under the sun, step out of the shadows, and embrace the warmth and radiance of sunlight.
Striving to live their best life. Shine under sunlight.
That's awesome. Very cool. Bang Chan. What do we got here? Fendi, 100th year anniversary with a bang. Leader of Stray Kids joined the family in 2024 as their ambassador. Creative and fun spirit. It's my honor to join them. 100th anniversary year. Lino, of course. Gucci. Which is a fun word to say, I will say. Changbin may not have an official fashion ambassadorship, but he's no stranger to the spotlight. Sneaker brand Autry, USA. Okay. There's time. There's definitely time. Yoonjin, the Prince of Versace. Whoa. With Donatella herself calling him Versace Perfection. Dang. I think she just passed recently, actually. Or no, she didn't. Did she? I'm trying to remember. I don't think she... trying to think. I think she did. No, she's still alive. Okay. She's 70. Wow. Okay, she's still kicking. Happy to hear it. Called him Versace Perfection. Widely regarded as the most handsome member of Stray Kids and a fan favorite. Partnership with the luxury brand has grown far beyond a typical ambassadorship. Donatella reportedly turned her own Instagram into a Yoonjin fan page. Even let him curate a custom look for the opening of Stray Kids World Tour. That's funny. Yoonjin also had a collaboration with Cartier. Also recently announced as a new global brand ambassador for Givenchy. Wow. Givenchy Beauty 2025. Han, boy, he's collecting them like infinity stones, isn't he? Like Changbin hasn't been officially signed for any brand partnerships yet, though online buzz suggests he could be next in line for Dior Beauty. Okay. July 2025, model for Dior Sauvage. And the only way I know how to say that is because of those commercials. Dior Sauvage. The scent of fate. Hans also worked for many other things. Tommy Hilfiger, of course. Needles Japan and Bior UV, which we talked about. Felix, Louis Vuitton's brand ambassador. Joined the ranks of K-pop heavy hitters like Lisa of Blackpink. He had the UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador of Korea as well. Nice. Continues Louis Vuitton's commitment to supporting UNICEF and helping vulnerable children worldwide. Collections raised over $24 million for UNICEF. $100 donated for each bracelet. Very cool. Felix recently named House Ambassador for Soul Beauty brand Hera, I think, becoming the brand's first male global ambassador in August 2025, replacing Blackpink's Jennie after 6 years. Wow. List doesn't stop there. Also holds major ambassadorships across industries, including Tambourines, Samsung, Gentle Monster, and more. Good Lord. It's also represented Gongcha International Campaign. Holds the most brand partnerships compared to the rest of Stray Kids. We got Sungmin, Burberry, iconic British brand with a rich heritage. Their chief creative officer at Burberry said, "We're excited to welcome Sungmin to Burberry. His passion and sense of style will make working together a lot of fun." Made a striking appearance at the London Fashion Week in September 2025 recently. There he is. We got IN, of course. Bottega Veneta. Spring 2025 show during Milan Fashion Week, September 2024. Wearing a bold newsprint outfit. Interesting. As someone who loves fashion and knows the commitment it takes to master a craft, I'm excited and inspired by Bottega Veneta's incredible artisanship and its spirit of self-expression. Cool. Very interesting. Very interesting. Stray Kids Sungmin donates to charity to celebrate his 25th birthday. It seems to be a pattern, which is very cool. Very awesome. Child Fund Korea, major South Korean child welfare organization, announced that Sungmin had donated 100 million won, approximately $75,000 US, to the organization. Hope that children who have to endure hardships for the sake of their families at a young age can find a moment of relief. Quote, "I want to help lighten the burden on their shoulders, even just a little, and give them the strength to dream about their future." That's great. Donation will go towards various programs, including support for family caregivers. There we go. Hard for me to say. Emergency living expenses, independent living assistance, and educational support. It's not his first charitable act. For his birthday last year, he also donated the same generous amount to support young people preparing for independence through the same foundation. Very cool. He and his fellow Stray Kids members donated 800 million Korean won to support emergency relief for wildfire victims in the Ulsan region. Very, very awesome. I love that. What a wonderful gift forward, you know? It's a way to give back to, people that obviously need help. And it's kind of an interesting concept. I like the idea of, birthdays are always about me, right? It's literally your birthday. So it's kind of interesting to take that and kind of push it onto other people. Give that, sense of pride and what am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? And going, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm going to use this as a good time to celebrate others, help others. It's kind of amazing. I love the idea. I've never even heard of it, honestly. So that's a really cool thing to do. Stray Kids tease Youngblood collab, hopes as they celebrate new milestone. Revealed that they would love to collaborate with Youngblood after scoring another milestone, of course. Rapper Han shared his dream collab. "If I ever get the chance, I'd love to perform on a stage like Youngblood. I've always been a fan of his music, and the energy of his performances is something I really admire. It would be amazing to share the stage with him someday." Sungmin reflected on the group's rapid rise, adding, "We never imagined this when we first debuted, and even now it still feels like a dream." It's pretty awesome. Pretty freaking awesome. Stray Kids celebrate Billboard's success with $740,000 US gold gift from JYP founder. Whoa. That's really cool. Group revealed the present. Oh, it's pure gold. Nice. Posting photos with the caption, "Thank you, PD Nim." In the images, the 8 members of the Stray Kids hold framed gold plaques while smiling alongside Park. And of course, there is a cake. Love it. First time in Billboard history to debut their first 7 albums at number 1. Presented to Stray Kids, of course. Very cool. Presented by JYP Entertainment. Plaque contains 75 grams of gold. With 8 plaques in total, the gift was valued at over 100 million won, $740,000 US. $750,000. Dang. I love that. I absolutely love that. What a gift. You know, usually they get, you know, the platinum record or whatever. It's not solid platinum. Like they don't give you like a solid platinum record that's, you know, worth thousands of dollars. So the fact that he did this is so cool. I love that. It's like, this record went gold. Here's literal gold. That's awesome. That's very cool. The group recently topped the Billboard 200 chart with its latest studio release, Karma. Park, meanwhile, has been named co-chairman of the Presidential Committee on Cultural Exchange. Interesting. Very cool. So there's a little bit that's going on with Stray Kids and all they're doing, and awesome, the birthday charity donation. It's one of the coolest concepts I've ever heard of, frankly. And I think it's great they got awarded literal gold to commemorate the Billboard thing. I think that's super cool. What a wonderful, wonderful news day or news week or news month, I guess, for Stray Kids. They just seem to be racking up those W's one after the other after the other. It's just impressive. It's totally impressive. And the fact that more and more people are hearing about them and know about them and listen to them, it's just the sky's the limit. And I think earlier when they were talking about the Super Bowl being a potential in that one article, I think it was Rolling Stone, I think that's totally within the realm of possibility. I do. I think that is totally within the realm. Give it a couple years, you know? Give it a couple years. I think it's completely plausible. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the last video of the week. Member requested, ToddReacts.com, of course. This is Critical Role Campaign 2 Moments, episodes 11 through 20. This is a bit of a long video. It's literally almost an hour. So we're going to cut it probably halfway through to read a little bit of information, and then we'll kind of carry on forward. So just a little heads up on the programming schedule here. But let's go ahead and get started. Bring it up. And jump into it. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to see, you know, what all they've been doing and getting introduced to them, of course, and to see a little bit more of the play has been eye-opening, to say the least.
So, are you looking for anything in particular?
My tastes, they are very varied, and I'm always looking for something new.
Oh, I have recommendations if you like.
Of course, I'm very interested in literature recommendations.
Sacrificing one request every
Semyon
month
Knight's
because
very popular. There's the
No
Enchanting
worries.
Tryst for those who want more of a fantastical perspective. Scent of the Sea for the traveler who enjoys the perusal. That one is Outer Empire, so you know, folks have varying interest. There's Tusk Love. That one's a little more saucy. Well, if you want something more gentle, something that's more of just a classic love story, we have God of My Heart. Shallow breaths are a bit more body, and
I want to buy Tusk Love, please.
right this way.
And as she walks away from us, you know, I'm obviously here for a purpose, but I like historical fiction as well, and I like when the two things are combined. Do you know what I mean?
Sex and history.
She kind of leans in for a moment and gives you a look. Follow me. Now, when you say,
Oh my gosh.
Now, I define historical. What are your interests?
Well, I just like, you know, historical fiction. I don't like shallow, you know, smut. I like to learn something while I'm being titillated, I suppose.
Make a persuasion check. You made me do this, Liam.
That's
so funny.
Edubation.
Now that's funny.
It's been banned for the past 15 years, but I do have a couple of reclaimed copies of Courting of the Crick, if you'd be interested.
I'm very much interested in this and other books as well, but we will start with the Courting of the Crick.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have the Tusk's Love too.
You go back and forth.
I read it and I keep looking forward like.
Oh.
And then go back to it. I assume it's about some sort of orc love.
It is actually. It deals with the union of a half orc and the daughter of a traveling merchant, as they meet they meet on the Ember Road up near Druvenlode, and it goes into a saucy union between the two, but they can't because what would the parents think? Yeah.
What's the name of the half orc?
Oscar. With a K. Oscar.
What you reading there, Jester?
Nothing, Oscar. Don't worry about it.
Oh man. Oh. She goes, what are you trying? And Ulog just goes, grabs towards his neck and leaps off the stairs towards her and attempts to tackle her.
We should just take off while
You
we
watch.
have it.
Yeah. He goes and she falls onto the ground and the landing of the spiral staircase. They both kind of slide a moment. You watch as he goes, what are you? And he kind of grabs and pulls that orangish bead that he had on his necklace and slams it into her mouth and holds it over.
Shit.
And there's a moment of tension before a flash of white, fiery, burning light explodes, a fireball sundering the interior of the staircase. You all have your ears ringing, the pain's there. The ones that are closest by would have been you, Caleb. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please. Caleb goes unconscious onto the ground. As you guys all come to in the moment, you look down in the middle of the staircase. The walls are blackened. The staircase is currently in the process of burning. And down you see the twisted, gnarled corpses of both Ulog and the High Richter Prusine.
We have to get out of here.
We gotta go.
You hear
Oh, I run
Just
down.
help me.
I
Against
grab
the front
Caleb
door.
and we run out the back door.
up, yeah.
and you can see the tri-spires there. And in the direction, you see the mighty Zauber spire of the halls of erudition there in the distance. And you see there this growing black spherical mass beginning to emerge from the side of the lower third of the tower. You watch as it expands, the whining gets louder and louder.
I'm going to cover.
You hear this crack sound as the black sphere suddenly folds into nothing, and where it was, you see all the stone that made that part of the tower collapse, crush, and then stumble. The tower begins to slowly shift as you hear in the distance screams echoing around. The music stops, and the attention of the guards suddenly shift over from the banging door to the tower crumbling. You watch as the tower, suddenly there's a flash of blue light, and the tower stops. And you see a brief shift of a force field on the bottom that holds it in place, partially collapsed. And you see two figures take off from the top. You see two other figures leap out of the hole from where the
such a
explosion
funny
kind of weird black
tank
sphere was at the
top.
base of it, and leap down
Sleeves
about
are BS.
35, 40 feet below the tree line. And you see the two figures kind of begin coasting, flying through the air in the direction of where they were as bolts of energy start arcing out of their hands towards where those two other figures fell.
Go to the barkeep. Is Claudia awake?
Probably up in her office.
Okay. I go and knock on the door.
Okay. Who is it?
It's me, Jester.
What do you want?
Claudia, when we were over at the gala, we saw things that were going on. It was crazy. A tower exploded, and then all hell broke loose. Did you know someone tried to steal my stuff?
I did not know that. My apologies.
Do you have maybe like a safe or something? Because I don't feel safe carrying around my jewelry anymore with me.
No, not on me. Well, come back in the morning. I might have something for you.
Claudia, are you naked? Why won't you open this door?
Flush. No, I'm busy at the moment.
Is everything okay?
Everything is just fine.
Claudia, blink once. Say you're not okay if you're not okay, because you sound weird.
I'm fine. Do not worry.
Okay. But you do have a safe I can put my jewelry in now?
It is currently in use, but I can swipe it out. How long do you need it for?
Well, I was just going to put it in my room for as long as we're here, if that's okay with you.
Okay, then come back in the morning. I will have it cleared out. And then
Okay.
it will be at use for you.
Are you having sex?
No.
It's like she's just
You
trying to
want
make
come
Matt
in? Are you
crack.
okay?
I'm okay.
You sound really weird. I try the doorknob.
Okay, it's locked.
Cue the horror strings.
I've had this roommate.
I was gonna say, just as everyone's
I've
little
had this
sister when you're
roommate.
a senior in high
Pushes
school.
through the door.
I get down on my hands and knees and try to look. Can I look under
Make a
the
perception check with disadvantage because you are looking through a tiny little gap in the floor.
Whoa.
Okay, well, the first one was really good.
I'm not gonna get this.
Perception.
You didn't let me finish.
9.
9. You see there's light in there, and you can see what would seem to be Claudia darting back and forth behind her desk, moving very rapidly and with haste, is like grabbing things and seems to be writing something feverishly. But you don't actually see her, you just see like the bottom feet moving back and forth.
Why are so many fucking people trying to skip town?
Claudia, what are you doing?
She stops in space. I'm...
Something okay?
Everything's fine.
Did you see the tower explode?
I heard about it.
Can you let me in?
Make a persuasion check.
There should be an annoyance check. This is so great.
Give her advantage. Oh my god.
15.
15. The door opens up, and you can see Claudia looking as pristine as ever. Hair, makeup, everything done perfectly. Come in quickly. Closes the door, brings you inside. Anything else you guys require, or can you lead me to my my readings?
What's your reading?
All right, so it's a collection of crazy tales about this weird fella.
What guy?
It's the daring trials and tribulations of Sir Darian Darrington. This guy's been all over the place. It's kind of wild. Wow.
Fiction or?
Oh, it's gotta be fiction. I mean, but it's good fiction.
Okay.
Anyone else feel like they might?
One of Sam's
benefit from these
characters.
more than
That's
I mean,
funny.
anybody would, but
I think I'm pretty good with this.
My initiative bonus is 0. Just saying. No, you keep them.
Your initiative bonus is 0.
Yeah, but you know, Beauregard really is the most capable fighter in this group at this moment in time. What? That's just the truth.
It is the truth.
Can you handle the truth?
Handle the truth.
I mean, I feel like Not might be able to do because I'm good with these two. If she had them.
Because
I defer to the wisdom of the group. We merely follow your expert wisdom.
Okay, I'm sensing some passive
Just say-
aggressive.
I am sincere.
Smile and
Little
say
pass-
thank, no, just say thank you. Not.
Thank you, Not.
Very
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Not.
What is that crazy expression? I saw your gums for a second. It was freaky.
Don't patronize me now.
All you need to know is
yeah, we're among
the people from Jorhas are dead now. Do you? Do you know people from Jorhas?
I'm from Jorhas.
What?
Parts of.
Who are you?
Wait, is that a beer?
Yes.
Parts of, but not probably not
You're
where they were from.
You're.
Well-
is it? Can I say crick? Is that okay? Do I have to be a
No,
crick to
I
say
would
it?
Depends on who you're talking to.
I don't think I'm where they're from, but I'm more southern parts of Jorhast. So
You're from that part of the world?
no, I don't know exactly where they were from. I don't know who they are. I don't know anything about them. So
Yeah, they came in trying to steal this beacon, this glowing beacon, which we still have, but they were mighty upset about it.
okay.
Caleb,
Black.
Yeah.
you want to do your read my mind.
I bring
Lilac.
out, put on the goggles.
All right.
2 of the globules hover around the front of each boat. Or 1 at the front and 1 at the back of each boat.
All right. So as the orbs
romantic, you
float
guys.
along. Across the way.
She's got a giant sword, but who cares? You've got to ask her. Let's continue on. Which way do we want
Let's
to
go
go?
down.
Yeah.
Usually scarier things are down.
I'm always a fan of going down.
More expensive things tend to be up, but I'm happy to start with down.
Gross.
What?
Super gross.
I didn't even catch that.
You have 1 setting. Not
Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna
Offensive.
we're gonna head downwards.
All right.
Ford, you have a little something right here.
Did you shave?
Did you bite your lip?
Oh yeah, I fucking grind my teeth.
Oh, you should wear a bite guard.
Is that why? Is it a sleep thing? Is that?
No, no. Just to bid myself from my sleep. That's all.
Is that why what? Is that why? Well, you know.
What?
Well, I don't want to say anything. I'm afraid it will offend him.
You can say it to me then.
I just, well, most of the half-orcs I've seen have bigger tasks. But it's okay, Ford, if you don't have a big task. It's not a big deal.
Tasks. Right.
It's
yes,
totally
you-
fine.
Thank you.
You have
Thank
smaller
you,
tusks.
Jester.
Is
I
that an
appreciate
indication of other body
He has
parts?
no tusks. No tusks.
Do you have
We
anything
don't
there?
see
What do
them.
we do?
We don't
Do you have
see
nubs? What are those?
Why don't you pull down your lower lip and show us what's going on in there for?
Yeah, I'll pull down my lower lip.
What
and
do
I
we see?
show.
What do we see?
Does he have a cool lip tattoo?
You see
please no.
very
his
short.
dick.
You see very short, nubby teeth with scratches and divots and chips on the top.
On
of them.
all of the teeth, or just on
The
teeth.
tusks. On these.
You had said that you did your own dental work at one point. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Why?
Couldn't afford a root canal.
That would have been a better excuse. When I was younger, they used to make fun of my teeth. And kids can be cruel, so I decided to take away the target that was most easily available for them.
Do you still feel the same way about your teeth?
Not necessarily. It just kind of became a habit.
So you have to continue to do it?
I'm sure I don't have to. It's kind of like people that chew their nails, I guess.
So they will always grow back, even if you...
They seem to be persistent.
How quickly do they come back?
Not super fast.
Yeah?
Is that why you have blood on your mouth? Were you filing your teeth last night?
No. I think I just bit my lip.
Did you do any other bod mod to yourself growing up?
Bod mod. No, I did not.
Did you, kill any of the children that made fun of you? Children's are assholes.
No, I didn't have that sort of a streak in me then.
Yasha, did you kill any of your fellow children growing up?
No, if you have to go, you know, to battle, if you have a challenge, you kill somebody. Yeah.
If you kill them, then they're not really your friends, are they?
No.
Exactly.
I was a bit tougher than most of the other kids. I felt like I could take the physical poking, but the jeering
The emotional
This
poking
is-
was too much.
This is many years later, though. You know, I can't imagine that any of us would even blink at tasks.
You know, it's not even really that intentional. I'll just find myself kind of picking at them every once in a while.
Yeah, well, you know, for many of us,
This almost seems like a
days are
therapy
always with
session
us.
right now.
Yeah.
so I understand.
This is how you see yourself, right?
It's a bit of a.
I think it's how I'd like to see myself.
I mean, it's how we see you.
It's very
But I
much like
think
an
you will
intervention
find
right now.
Either way for it.
We
I
see
mean, we're
you.
too distracted
We
with
see
our own
you.
personal damage.
It's not your fault.
Right.
Yeah.
You saying I should let them grow out?
I'm just saying if you want to, you would look good that way as well. You look good this way, you would look good that way.
Percent.
All right, fair. How about you see me picking at them or chipping at them or any of that shit, and you just say the word and I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Why were you talking about your mom and your dad, though? Was that a weird question? Should I not ask that?
I mean,
Was
it was on my mind, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, what do you mean?
You said, Mom and Dad, I hope that it make you proud.
Oh, don't disappoint you.
And I don't disappoint you and stuff. And also, gee whiz, I should probably take baths more often.
I love how Sam was like, I wasn't going to bring it up.
That was
Yet he's
not that
helping her.
part.
We
the
were going
quotes.
to say that, and then the great thing went into you.
Well, now it's brought up. Let's talk about it.
Said, oh, I wish I could share my problems with my friends.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I remember hearing that part.
You guys. And what? That is a very common sentiment. Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
If you ever want to talk about it, you can just come to us.
No,
We're super good at talking, both of us.
that is true. For both of you.
I kind of grab Yasha behind, like, on the small of her back. I kind of walk her up to the window, and I'm like, yeah, and there's actually a really great view.
They both immediately
of,
stop and like turn over,
If you look
at you.
So I can't even imagine the beauty, right? Isn't it? I mean, it's just such a great view. Over there is the Cobalt Soul.
Pardon, can we help you?
Cobalt
And
Soul.
you glance over and you can see Ormid Haas at first glance, squat, maybe like 5'3", but a wide body. It's like Wolverine proportions. Very, very like dark, ruddy brown skin, with eyes that are black like obsidian, that kind of almost sparkle when you look at them. The hair is very short and curled, and there's this kind of very, very strongly inset dimple wrinkle when he smiles, with these kind of teeth that are almost a dull gray in color. There's something not quite human about him, but also very welcoming. As he turns towards you, there's almost like a bit of dust kind of just is loosened from the edges of his ears, kind of just almost like it's a strange phenomenon. But these long kind of reddish gold robes, his arms are kind of folded in the sleeves where you can't see them.
I apologize. We're taking time away from the window.
And the other gentleman turns towards you. You see now very close. And older gentleman, probably like 70s or so, skin slightly kind of jaundiced or yellowed in color versus the usual pigmentation here. He seems to bald on top, but like kind of longer gray-white hair that goes past the shoulders, the same white and gold robes. He smiles, but he looks like he's not enjoying the pleasantries of the space, but then puts on a face immediately as soon as he notices your arrival and just gives a nod.
I recognize both of you. You were part of this this fight earlier, the Mighty Nine, correct?
We were. You're. I recognize you too. I feel like we've met before. Maybe at a gala previously.
It's possible. I do not recall, but if so, it is good to see you again. I'm
Bo.
sorry. Bo, I am Ormid Haas. I am the headmaster of the Halls of Erudition. This is my compatriot, Master Trent Ikithon. Trent Ikithon.
Trent Ikithon.
Sure it is. And he turns and goes, it is a pleasure to meet you. I saw what you did today as well, and it was a very
You spell
majestic
that?
display of skills. Quite.
Thank you very much. Majestic is my middle name. So,
Green Dynasty, do you, you're from Northern Shorehouse? Yeah.
That is correct.
He kind of gives you a look over, like he's inspecting you with a very, very rapid and very detailed intake of your
It's the
features.
person who
As he goes,
brainwashed and tortured him.
Where are you from, if I might ask?
Abort.
I am from
Where did you grow up?
Rojas.
And how long have you lived here on the Empire?
Not very long. About, let's see. Like, maybe like 8 months or something.
that doesn't look good. That does not look good. No.
But
Fascinating.
She traveled and has helped.
Trent isn't even looking at you. He's just completely focused on Yasha.
but I travel. I left. I don't. I chose not to live there anymore. So.
Why did you leave?
I just, it's not a great place to live. It's awful. It's marsh and it's not a comfortable place to live.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me real fast.
What's a 7?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have negative.
As you're talking, it's weird. Like he's staring at you, but for a moment you feel like almost like there's an illusion over his mouth and his fingers. They're still not moving, but it's almost like your eyes catch something shifting unseen beneath them, almost like you've layered 2 images over each other for a brief second, and then they're gone. And he just goes, huh. Well, very happy to have you fighting on our side.
Yes, I most definitely am. I can assure you I don't, stand for anything bad from the Jorhas, and I am here to help.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And maintain that, please.
Okay.
You and your friends seem to be very helpful, and a lot of help may be needed. And should you ever stray from that path, it has been a pleasure. Yasha.
Yes, that's me.
And he reaches out and shakes your hand once more. I would like very much to talk to you sometime in the future. You're intriguing.
We usually have her through me because I'm her booker. So that's actually a conversation that, me and you and the rest of the Mighty Nine can have.
You're Cobalt Soul, aren't you? And Orma goes, please stop this interrogation. I apologize. My friend is very
No, I am
studious.
Cobalt Soul. Yeah.
Well,
Super proud of the work we're doing over there.
you've done much great work and have aided us on many occasions.
And everyone at the Cobalt Soul feels the same about you all at the halls of erudition.
Got him.
Ormid Haas is actually laughing. He goes, look, I
Snort's a good touch.
I know that
One last question, Ormid. The Cobalt Soul's been talking about moving to the front line. Do you have any idea if we're gonna get the same support from the Hall of Erudition? You know, just because I know you're a fan of our work, and we're just such a mutual fan of
to
yours.
the front line of what?
You know.
We train a good number of war mages, yes. And some of our finest will be present at Blade Garden and beyond. Should things escalate any further, I'm sure a number of our circle will also join where is necessary.
Beautiful.
You have my word and the word of the Assembly.
Cobalt Soul's got your back too.
To be clear,
I feel like finger guns should have happened after that.
do you know what you're fighting?
They both kind of have a knowing look at each other and look back to you, and Trent presses forward. We have been studying for quite some time, as is the nature of protecting our people here, yes, but there are still many mysteries beyond the boundaries. Why, is there something you know that we don't?
Just if you're fighting, I just wanted to know if you are fighting the Kreen.
Very much so. They've killed many of our people. The skies to the east darken, and we'd want to keep that darkness from spreading. We wish the sun to continue to rise on this empire, and currently it is not over the Ashkeeper Peaks.
But I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. If you're ever near Rexentrim, find me. I would like to continue this conversation.
Okay.
I am going to tell you the story of how I murdered my mother and father.
Oh.
What?
When I was younger, I grew up in a small township outside of Rexentrum called Blumenthal. My mother's name was Una. My father's name was Leofric. When I was a young man, adolescent really, they found three of us. Another boy and a girl, and
From your town?
yeah, from Blumenthal.
I don't know why I read
And,
that. Here we go, and
we
in
were
my
in
head
such
it's like
a little over a
Mario's.
year
Let's
of
go.
Learning all they had to impart. I met a man named Trent Ickathon.
Sam's putting it
He
together.
became our teacher, Trent. Handpicked all three of us again. And we left the school proper and went with him to a home out in the countryside where he trained us. And it was a good time. We believed in the empire. We were going to keep it strong. He was cruel. He hurt us a lot. Made us go through extreme circumstances. But we got strong. I also fell in love, but that's another story.
Oh.
One of the other students.
So we rose through the ranks, and it was the empire over all, and eventually he wanted to test our allegiance, and so strangers were brought in, traitors. Disgusting
I was gonna
people,
say, it's a
traitors to
interesting
this
trio
empire,
here.
and we killed them.
Just
What?
Students?
He made you
We wanted.
executioners.
We wanted to be.
Caleb, that's deeply fucked up. You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself. You know, I went home. I went on a trip home and visited my parents. And when I was there in the middle of the night, I awoke and overheard them talking and went to the stair and listened to them talk about revolution and tearing the empire down. And I felt disgraced and shame for my family, my mother and my father, who were so wonderful to me when I was a child and were so happy for me to go to the academy and believed in the empire so much. And I went back to the school, and when the three of us were summoned and told what was expected of us, I knew what had to be done. And we went to this other boy's home first, Eodwulf, and we stood by as he killed his parents, and we went to Astrid's
Brutal.
house and had dinner with them, and she poisoned them. And then we went to my home and we grabbed a horse cart and in the middle of the night placed it against the door to the home, and I set it on fire.
And you had to do this to graduate. To prove your loyalty.
Well, yeah, but it didn't exactly go according to that plan, because as soon as I heard my mother and father screaming inside, I was so sure, until I wasn't, and I broke a bit. I went to an asylum for a number of years.
To be expected, right?
I broke. And I don't remember so well what happened to me there.
Interesting.
Quite a number of years. And years later, a woman was there.
Privileged audience.
And she, another patient, and she put hands on me. And she took the clouds away. She took it all away. And not just my madness, but the fake memories that Ikithon put in my head of my parents.
Fake memories?
Wanting to, but yes. Yes.
Wait, that was a false memory?
Interesting.
He tricked you?
Into hearing their talks against the Empire. Was
Yes.
that what it was?
Yes. Yes, but it doesn't matter because I still wanted to do it when I did it.
But you didn't know what you were doing.
So what?
You were brainwashed.
So what?
Programmed.
Doesn't matter. I should have. I'm a disgusting person. It doesn't matter. So, I would really like to get into that library because I would.
Like to run again.
No, no. No, I like you all.
You were just talking with Nod about running tomorrow.
Well, it all depends on you, Beauregard.
If I don't let you in.
And if you can keep a secret.
Caleb, I'm good at keeping secrets.
Everybody's got secrets.
You heard us talking to Trent. You know he wants Yasha. And you're the only person who knows the atrocities that this man, who utterly gave me the creeps, by the way, so I'm feeling a little bit validated in the fact that I think I, read him pretty well. I don't think it's...
Anyway.
I'm just saying, you have a responsibility now.
Which is?
Keep this guy from hurting more people.
Well, that's precisely why I went into this library.
You want to take down Trent? Is that what you're doing all this? You want to take down Trent?
Among other things.
What are you hoping to find?
Anybody can make lights. Anybody could send a message through a wire. I want to bend reality to my will.
Caleb. You don't, though.
Sam is literally us.
No one wants that amount of power and responsibility.
Yeah, well, I told you why I am afraid of fire.
You did?
So you are going to bring me to that library.
Don't worry, I'll take you to the library. There are two options here. You could selfishly try and go after this guy for your own vendetta. Or you can use your motives to keep others from getting hurt. A very similar way.
Both of those are appealing to me.
All right.
I'll take second watch.
All
I'll
right.
take second watch as well.
Okay.
That's probably a good point to stop and look over some information before we continue on. Alrighty. Welcome back. Let's bring up the information real quick, go over a little bit of it, and then we'll continue on. Critical Role Campaign 2 for the second campaign premiered 2018. Wow, 4 months after the conclusion of the first campaign, and concluded in 2021. That is a heck of a story right there. That's amazing. It's kind of fascinating because there's not many games that can last that long and captivate an audience. So that tells you how good the story is. It's their longest campaign episode-wise, I bet. Good Lord. Most of their campaigns take 3 years. That is unreal. Campaign is an actual play which follows the Mighty Nine, party of 7 adventurers, their travels across the continent of Wildemount. It occurs at a time of very high tensions between the Dwendalian Empire and the Kryn Dynasty, two of the major powers, which are divided by the Ashkeeper Peaks mountain range. Over the course of the campaign, the Mighty Nine work towards rooting out political corruption, especially within the Cerebrus Assembly, establishing peace between the Kryn Dynasty and the Dwendalian Empire after war breaks out. They also thwart apocalyptic threats. Nice. Wow. Aired each Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Alpha. When production switched from Geek and Sundry to Critical Role Productions in 2019, distribution on Alpha and other Geek and Sundry channels ended. Campaign then aired on Critical Role Productions official channels, consisted of 141 episodes with a total runtime of over 550 hours. Oh My gosh. Show returned twice with specials set after the conclusion. 2-part special titled The Mighty Nine Reunited in 2022, and a live show titled The Mighty Nine Reunion, Echoes of the Solstice, filmed in Wembley Arena of 2023. Won multiple awards during the campaign, such as the 2019 Webby winner and People's Voice winner in the video series and channels games category for the Webby Awards. 2019 Audience Honor in the games category from the Shorty Awards, animated television adaptation, obviously from Amazon Prime Video, titled The Mighty Nine, scheduled to premiere November 19th, 2025. So it continues. Pretty amazing. Ashley Johnson was absent for several lengthy periods over the first 86 episodes due to her filming NBC drama Blind Spot, which ran from 2015 to 2020. Pretty amazing. Wow. That's wild. It lasted that long. Thank God for 2 times the speed. Yeah, absolutely. You watched all of it? That is a lot of time. 550 hours. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is a commitment. I don't think I could give it that much time, but that's impressive. That's definitely impressive. It went through the pandemic, which is crazy. Multiple critics recommended the second campaign as a series to start with. Okay. Second campaign is the perfect starting place as it features all new characters and storylines. USA Today highlighted that having a few references to the events of the first campaign, second campaign is a great starting point for new viewers who are mostly unfamiliar with the show's timeline. Someone said campaign 1's lower initial quality can be off-putting, while Campaign 2 is highly recommended for newcomers as it makes it easier to fall in love with the cast, which then makes it easier to go back and watch Campaign 1. That kind of makes sense when you think about it. Obviously, starting off, it's just very rudimentary, right? What's up, Ella? Welcome in. Time well spent. Indeed. That is a lot of time. Quite the commitment. I'm a little apprehensive towards big commitments. Critical Role has been credited by VentureBeat as responsible for making actual play shows their own genre of entertainment. Has since become one of the most prominent actual play series. That's why I like the that's why I like that EXU, is that it's one of their, what is it called? It's one of their like shorter stories or whatever. Shorter actual plays. And it's just much more, consumable in a shorter time period, which I appreciate. Mini campaign? Yeah, absolutely. As someone who's not dove into it, the mini campaigns do help a lot. One of the most popular live play Dungeons & Dragons web series is Critical Role. The first episode of the series' current season, which debuted in 2018, has more than 3.1 million views. That was quite a while ago. One of the most watched shows on Twitch. Gave people something to look forward to every week during the pandemic. During the monotony and despair of quarantine. True. Boy, what a weird time that was. Wow. Matt Mercer, in a response to fan backlash over Molly's death, quote, "Ours is a story of heroism and hope in a dark world, a story many of us need, one that turns in unexpected ways, and one I believe in." Interesting. No spoilers. Chapter 2 Mighty Nine was the best campaign, in my opinion. This was written a year ago, by the way. I just think Campaign 2 had the best and most fleshed out PCs you can relate to. Their growth was natural. World building, and story and Wild Amount was just so self-contained and overall fitting in the timing of things happening. What's your favorite campaign so far and why? I think as a campaign chapter, season 1, chapter 1 remains the most overall solid in my books. Conventional in many regards, yes, but there's a reason it built the foundation of all that we see now. With a general cohesion that helps build and carry it, then being refined for the animated adaptation, the core ideas contained therein are strong. And there's just a vibrant energy in seeing the cast really realize what they can do with the game for the first time, being the first point where most of them had really done such a campaign. Consequently, where much of their audience saw what was possible in higher level D&D. Interesting. Campaign 2 unfortunately struggles with that same sense of cohesion and epic storytelling, but man, is its start far stronger. Like Chapter 1 spends its time waffling through Craghammer as a generic D&D adventure with characters that just take a while to really properly introduce themselves to the audience. Chapter 2 is just charming, making you fall in love with the characters to such an extent that even the plot actually takes a really, really damn long time to come together in a way that has a meaningful point. You'll be fine being along for the ride because it's sincerely so much fun watching these idiots learn how to love life and each other together. That's funny. Chapter 1, seeing Travis find the right answer or tactic, but having to use grog to convey it. M9, no contest there. The story was simpler and less grandiose. No world to save, mostly. Let's let the focus stay on the characters. I also like the way they weren't afraid of inter-character conflicts for most of it. Unfortunately, I'm struggling to watch Chapter 3 because I constantly want to rewatch Chapter 2 instead. That has 354 upvotes. Generally, I have no idea what's going on in Chapter 3, one episode to the next, and I've been watching. They seem to do so much and yet nothing at all. Single decisions taking forever to make. I don't know, it just hasn't grabbed me. Campaign 2, although I realize that I'm biased because it was my first campaign, I feel like the Mighty Nine's quests were all character-driven at every turn. The fact that the rest of the group kept going along on adventures that only had to do with one or two characters over and over again showed how invested they were in their team. Still think Chapter 1's the best. They captured lightning in a bottle with that campaign. Chapter 1 had the better climax. Interesting. What do we think? It was allowed to be that great because it was just a prequel that had a set events that needed to happen, so they made the characters to accommodate that, whereas with a full campaign, you start off not really knowing what they're doing or what you're doing and what the overall plot is. It's just different mediums, I think. Nothing will capture the magic of Chapter 1 live every Thursday. It wasn't just the story was the best, but the sense of everyone discovering their love for the game, exploration, just fun of it is untouchable. Chapter 2 was amazing. Chapter 3 feels like it's been played out, and I think a lot of people just kind of want it to wrap up. Feels like a bit of a slog. That's a word I don't use very often, or at all. Slog. I kind of like it. I kind of like that word. Haven't requested a lot of Chapter 3. I think I've only had one Chapter 3 video, but I'll get to it. Chapter 3 is my least favorite, but it was amazing. Interesting. Well, I'm assuming, okay. If you're a big fan, and obviously you're into them, and you watch every Thursday, or you try to watch every Thursday, or listen at least every week, or even just binge it after they've done it, like, I don't think it's going to get so bad in a single chapter where you don't like it, like, at all. I'm sure you can find elements that you enjoy, right? Of course. I mean, these people are people that you enjoy, and they're making up stories on the fly. I'm sure there's elements that you're going to enjoy from every chapter. But that being said, not all the chapters are going to be the same, interest to you. Are we like all of them for different reasons? Yeah, I mean, no season is going to be the same, or no chapter is going to be the same. It just is what it is. You'll have favorites. You'll have least favorites. I doubt, like, the actual true devout fans will have a full chapter where they just go, I can't watch this. It's unwatchable. I don't like this, whatever. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Because at a certain point, you get connected to the people, in here and their stories and whatnot. Like, there's no way. No way. To me, Chapter 1 and 2 felt like watching friends play a game. Chapter 3 feels like watching a produced show where friends play a game. Interesting. That has 101 upvotes. The production's nice, but there are moments that are just being done for the show. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting wrinkle. Do we like the extra production? Obviously, they have more money now. They're able to put more money into it. Editors, graphics, cameras, lighting, all that stuff, sets, whatever. Like, the more they go, the more money they'll have, right? They're getting a ton of money from Amazon, of course. Merch, whatever. Do you think the extra production helps, or does it take away from the story? It's kind of interesting. I think there was an interview or Four-Sided Dive or something where Matt said that a player was likely to never die just some bandits or anything because it just wouldn't be a good viewing experience. But yeah, I agree. It very much feels more like a show than watching people just play some high-quality D&D. Even just as a DM, though, I'd try and keep the odds of my PCs dying like that as unlikely. Possible, but unlikely. 100% agree. Chapter 1 live watcher as well. It's pretty jarring, which is why I had to drop Chapter 3 and hope Chapter 4 is a bit of a return to form. Oh, okay. Okay, we got some people that dropped it that were fans. Interesting. Hoping for something different. Similar feeling I have with Critical Role is one I had with the YouTube channel Game Grumps. Literally just reacted to them on Monday. They started out as two friends in a room playing video games and talking smack, is what I'll say there. Meanwhile, now there's like 2 to 4 other people in the room, and there's certainly more than the I'm doing this to pay bills implication than there was before. It seems to be the way of online content creation works. These channels get huge because they are fun, people doing fun things, taking risks. Then money comes into it, becomes a job, and no risks are taken because people are now relying on the channel to pay bills or the corporate overlords won't let them. This all leads to content following a formula and getting stale, losing its soul. Interesting. I mean, yeah, there's truth in there. There's some truth in there. I will say, some advancement due to money is not a bad thing. The initial mic I had for this channel was horrendous. It was so bad. It was so bad. So I'm glad I got a better mic. Okay, so some things are pretty cool. And I don't know. Has the green screen changed anything, do you think? No, probably not. I don't know. It's interesting. Can it get too produced? Do people like the realism of it? Just a couple friends sitting around a table, creating a beautiful story, playing high quality D&D where you have that relatability where it feels like your friend group could be doing the exact same thing. Does it lose any of that luster and that relatability when it's no longer live, when it's produced, it has graphics, it has, you know, God knows what else. I think people have this notion that it's more produced only because it's not live streamed anymore, but honestly, it's been years, so I don't know. The change to not being live is interesting. That is an interesting, bold choice. Obviously, it makes sense to do that if you're going to put more effort into the look of it and creation of it, because you need that time, right? For editors to work on it and all that stuff. Is the beauty of, and this is a question for those of you who either watch D&D or play D&D, is the beauty of watching actual play, having it be live, having it unfurl right before your eyes immediately? Or are you totally fine with just watching whenever it gets edited and then they post it and it's pretty much the same thing? Is there any beauty to watching it live? Not for me. None of that is what my problem was with Chapter 3. It made it easier for the cast to go about their schedule, and you can't really want them to do the same stuff they did at the start of their journey, like they have a whole company to run. True. Animated series to make. I'm never going to complain about something that makes their lives easier. True. I mean, yeah, their schedules are all over the place, right? That is interesting. Game Grumps also has a lot of negative stuff attached to it nowadays. Let's see what else. Still hold the campaign 1. Clear objectives to collect magic items, take down bosses one by one. Emotional character moments. C2 is the best until it stalled out in the last 20 episodes. Far and away C1. I think a lot of people experienced Chapter 2 during the pandemic. They had endless time to watch their new friends play a game together, and they could binge it end to end. It's all good quality with good production, but it felt very natural. It also felt just a little left of your typical D&D campaign or high fantasy setting, making it more interesting. Now people are experiencing Chapter 3 with weekly lag, or 2 weeks of lags. For the first time, there's no live play anymore. There's a lot of shakeups occurring from breaking up the series for other smaller campaigns or just having random guest DMs. Doesn't feel like the home game they started with. It also feels like every interruption, even the end of the month break, drags it on further. For some reason, this campaign hasn't had the, quote, we need to help X accomplish this moments until they absolutely had to. Then it was a crunch to get those things knocked out. Really loved Chapter 3, but 2 was the right mix. Interesting. Critical Role's Campaign 2 finale shows just how far the hit Dungeons & Dragons series has come. Forever throwing fluffernutters. I would say this, like the name placards, as just kind of a noob watching this, would help tremendously. So there is some live editing you can do. Like they could do that while live for sure. And that helps tremendously. I started watching Critical Role in the summer of 2016 during a time in my life when I was desperate for some escapism. My friend recommended I give Critical Role a try after learning that I enjoyed playing tabletop RPGs. Safe to say that I jumped into it pretty quickly. Despite never having been a huge fan of D&D, watching a cast of charismatic and talented actors role-playing with an excellent dungeon master was immediately compelling. After finishing the first campaign following the Vox Machina party, I, like many others, eagerly awaited the second. What I noticed straight away about Campaign 2 was, when compared to the first, was the way in which the actors had approached their characters. Vox Machina were a lovable bunch, recognizable RPG tropes. Characters created for Campaign 2 had something undeniably different about them. Not only were several of them species that are typically less commonly played, but they had personalities that decidedly did not fit the common makings of a hero. These were losers, loners, social outcasts. Of course, this only made their eventual transformation into adventurers, fighters, and dreamers all the more special to watch. Throughout the course of Campaign 2, a warlock broke free of his manipulative patron. A monk proved to her neglectful father that she didn't need his approval to achieve great things. Wizard turned his back on the person who had made him hate himself in favor of self-love. Choosing to focus on the wrongdoings of specific organizations and systems more than the sins of any individual made the plot lines of Critical Role's second chapter so much more engaging. Why do I keep saying second chapter? It's campaign. Campaign. I'll get it right. I'll get it right one of these times. The narratives of Campaign 2 continuously reinforced the fact that the majority of the problems faced by the members of the Mighty Nine and the people they encountered in their journeys were caused by corrupted systems being neglectful, driven by fear, or unwilling to face the human cost of their actions. High stakes. Great loss. My emotional investment in chapter, I almost said it again, Campaign 2 was only intensified by the fact that the relationships between the cast members and non-player characters felt meaningful. Certainly helped that there were a lot more LGBTQ plus representation among the characters this time. Mighty Nine included 2 gay women, an aromantic, an asexual character, and a gender-fluid individual. At no point did it feel like they were token additions. Let's see here. They've already announced a spin-off series in Campaign 3. My time with the Mighty Nine is over for now. It will continue in November. The characters who captivated their own ship, captained their own ship, captivated, gave each other tattoos, had a drunken party on a remote island, and regularly teleported uninvited into the headquarters of an important organization have been left to their own fictional devices. Wasn't afraid to embrace the themes of death, grief, regret, and hardship. Nice. Very nice. Can I not see the long comment? Ooh. No, I don't think so. What I see is the, I'm never going to complain about something that makes their lives easier. Must have gotten blocked for some reason. I don't know what Twitch has for these. Oh, there you go. They've done really minimal edits in the episodes too. Like it's the same except the production value is upped and it's not live, but the episodes are still live streamed, just like not actually live. Gotcha. Do kind of miss the feel of C1 and C2, but that's not to say they sacrificed anything for C3. I just think people don't vibe with it because it was very much about the plot and the players were just thrust into it and made less time for people to develop the love for the characters. Like in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Campaign. I keep saying chapter. Campaign 1 and 2. Now that we know what Campaign 4 makes it much more sense. I think Matt needed a break. Yeah, honestly, probably did. He's been doing that for years. Years. Probably did need a break. Had to focus on Exandria plot, so it leaves enough open to go back to it. Yeah. I like the fact that, you know, he is taking a break. Just kind of, you know, experience it from the other side, right? Critical Role, what to know before the campaign to finale. Is there going to be numbers here? No. Okay, so I just have to read it. Let's see here. Caleb, a wizard, Beauregard, a monk, were the only humans of the party, the only two who called the Dwendalian Empire home. Tiefling, cleric of the Traveler Jester, had met half-orc Fjord sometime before the campaign began, running into Bo just weeks before meeting the rest of the party. Caleb traveled with a cursed goblin woman who disguised her appearance with a mysterious porcelain mask to avoid drawing attention. Final two, Azamar, Yasha, and a tattooed tiefling named Mollymok worked with the Fletching and Moondrop Carnival of Curiosities, were met in the Nestled Nook Tavern. Strange event at the carnival drew them into their first mysterious investigation together. From there, the party found themselves traveling as a company. None of them knew how long they would actually remain together. As the Empire's war with the neighboring Kryn dynasty drew them in, they eventually became mediators in fostering an uneasy peace that ended the war, but not without enduring a heavy casualty along the way. Band of slavers, known as the Iron Shepherds, abducted Fjord. Jester and Yasha, the party, pursued to save their friends. First major encounter with the Iron Shepherds ended with Mollymok's tragic death, drawing the party closer in ways they never imagined. Buried Molly went on to save the rest of their friends, picking up the new companion along the way. Clay's help, the Mighty Nine saved their friends. For Molly's death, the party met a tabaxi named Cree. Cree's revelation forced Molly to come clean with the party about his past and his time with a group called the Tomb Takers. Remembering this, when Cree left her work with the gentleman, the party returned to Molly's grave to find it empty, thus raising many questions. Had he resurrected again? Was he out there somewhere? Jester cast Scry and saw him walking in the snow. Confirmed their friend was alive. Interesting. In their efforts to stop Lucian and the Tomb Takers, the Mighty Nine found themselves in the mysterious Astral Sea, walking the grounds of the living city in an attempt to stop Lucian from destroying everything and potentially save their lost friend, Mollymok. No one could have imagined when they first sat together in the nestled nook that their journey would lead them to such heights. Interesting. Very interesting. You gotta love the tragic death. Gotta love it. You know? Out of nowhere. Nobody sees it coming. I know people had... Apparently there was some backlash, but I think that's kind of cool. Now that we know what Campaign 4 is, though, makes it so much more sense. Matt needed a break. Yeah, I mean... I just reacted to EXU with Brendan. Brennan, obviously, I've seen Brennan with Dimension 20. I thought he's amazing, very funny, and he handles those emotional moments so well. And he's dastardly. That's probably a good way to put it. Brennan is dastardly in the fact that he will come up with some stuff that will just be like, oh, what? You never quite knew where he was going, which is very interesting. There's a little clip for Chapter 4 again. Players being like, Matt is an a-hole. Well, he gets to play that, right? And the running joke is he's always a nice guy or whatever. So he finally gets to be someone else. All right. Let's go ahead and hop back in. We got about 20 more minutes of this. Probably should have pulled it up. There we go. There it is. All right.
Perception check at disadvantage.
Uneventful.
Huddle together, you know, for like warmth, body warmth.
Sure, but I mean, Frumpkin is making me
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
warm.
No,
but
yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good.
I have like a very warm shawl too.
Yeah.
But do you want my...
No, my robe is good. It's thin, but it's like it's like high thread count, you know?
Okay.
It's very good.
Well, this is as far as I've ever been, you know?
In terms of
Just like... you know, and here, I mean, I've only been to Jorhas and Zadash, you know? So...
how long since you left Jorhas? Did you grow up there? That's a better question. Take that one.
I did grow up in Jorhas.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did grow up there, but I left there, I think it was about... 8 months ago. Yeah, I think it was about 8 months ago. Yeah, from what I can remember. But, yeah, so all of this is still very, very new, you know? And I like this stuff. Grass and things, you know?
You appreciate grass?
I think so. I mean, it's a much softer ground to sit on, you know, instead of like a marshy, sandy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
what was your favorite part about Zadash? Zorash. It's fuck. Jorhas.
It's like me trying to explain some of these
I
names.
don't know if I had a favorite part.
Is it that bad?
Well, I mean, it's all I know, but it's probably not the best place to grow up now that I'm seeing everything else, you know? And I think sometimes I wish maybe it was a little different.
Do you still have that, like, this is home connection with it, though? No.
Yes. I think I will always have that.
That's nice.
Well,
I hope to see it someday.
I don't know if you're going to be that impressed by it, but maybe you will like it.
Can see your breath.
The awkwardness is just wild.
Well, I wonder, I mean, I wonder if anyone else, I think, is our time up or? I think so.
Okay,
I
and
think
with
so.
that, if I could have everybody leave the table except for Yasha, please.
What?
Oh, shit.
The storm. Yasha was
There's a flash of light, the sound of thunder, and there's a vision, a memory. People all around you, but faced away. People you know, people you grew up with, but all looking the opposite direction. Then it fades to dark. There's another flash, and you've pushed through them, and you see an elevated piece of ground, the central rock, in the shape of a figure, though you can't see it. It's obscured by the low light. You do know who that shape is. It goes to dark. And it stays dark for a while, to the point where you are longing for that next vision, clamoring for it. And you feel this like searing pain burning up each of your arms. You look down but can see nothing except for flames curling up the side. Dull, bluish purple flames that create the outline of your forearms. It burns up to the tips of your fingers. Flash once more. And around you are just bodies. Creatures, people, children, monsters. Dozens and dozens of corpses carved and torn asunder. And where you saw the blue flame up your arm, you just see blood, dripping, fresh, crimson. Onto the ground, the only sound you hear. The vision fades to darkness once more. Another blast, and there you see it. The ruined statue. The one beacon of nameless hope that pulled you out of that darkness. Missing part of its torso, the head mostly cleaved. A kilter, the land seemingly ejecting the presence of what this statue represents. Your eyes look down and focus at the base. And as the vision begins to fade to black once more, your eyes focus on that single disc before bolts of lightning. Darkness takes you once more. The next flash hits, and you're just walking. Your lips are parched, your muscles ache. You look over your shoulder, and you see before you the memory of the land you grew up. The wastes beyond the central swamp of Shorehas. But it is crawling with thousands and thousands of worms. At this perspective, it looks like it's so small. But for these worms to be where they are, they would be so immense at this distance. The perspective is almost dizzying, and you look away, and you glance up back at that mountain. And in spite of that pain, you continue to push. The vision fades. And this time the darkness lingers. And the confusion wells in. The desperation for something. It's not fair. It's not fair to be given just a few glimpses and no opportunity, no chance.
Life isn't fair.
How do you make this right? What do you make right? What did you do? What is there? One final, loud, shattering, shaking flash of light and rolling thunder brings to you one singular vision of a figure in the dark center of a storm cloud swirling. The wind buffets your shoulders with freezing air. You feel your hair being whipped and thrown around your face, stinging as it slaps against your cheeks and eyes. The same figure, that statue that had pulled you from the darkness once before, stands made of the same roaring and roiling clouds and rain and wind, stepping out of the sky towards you. You can see the muscle-bound form, the gray flesh, formless yet solid, as it steps down like a titan from the sky. The foot lands, but a quarter mile from where you stand, but the impact causes the ground beneath you to quake. And you strangely feel comfort. You can't look away from this figure. As the hand comes down and gently rests on the ground before you, before it turns upward to a palm. And a sourceless voice comes into your head. A voice you've never heard. For all that you've chased this mystery, what this beacon is, this is the first time you've heard a voice through this imagery. And all it says is, you walk the right path. Be strong. Don't forget who you were. And decide who you will become. In a bit, you managed to pull and find leverage and grab onto some of the heavy vines on the side, and you managed to pull this creature out from the bog until eventually it gets its legs free. And as it kind of pulls its way up to the top, it kind of begins to shrug off the thick bog slop that was keeping it stuck there in the center of the opening.
It is a bird person.
Right? Can you understand us?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Do you live around here?
Do you live around here?
Oh.
It's like a, whoa.
Mockingjay.
What is your name?
Maybe it was
Are you
separated from its parents. or
Maybe
something.
are you an adult or are you a kid?
A kid.
I pull out my journal.
I've got a theory.
Maybe he only repeats what we say.
And begins to write into the book. And shows it to you, and it says, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome so much. How old are you? What's your name?
It says 4. The number 4. My name is Kiri.
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 Kiri, you're 4 years old. That's so wonderful.
What were you doing here? What is this place?
And just like begins writing out an extended statement in the paper.
We've got to get into his family.
Do you know where they were heading?
Oh, I don't know. Are you a boy?
A boy bird or a girl bird or just a bird bird?
Just a bird.
Girl bird. Kiri.
Word.
Oh no. How many sisters do you have?
Puts up 4 fingers.
Ah!
Long, kind of exaggerated, feathered fingertips.
I was thinking.
Writes on the page. Spins it around. It says, nowhere to go. Can I come with you?
All right, here's your gold. All of us pull together. Now go sing your song. Wait, shake my hand because.
You said it.
Yeah.
It's really important to shake when you make a deal.
You're
and
also-
look me in the eye.
Is the one eye gonna wander around?
Both. Okay.
Make it a good one. When we all know the words to. Want to sing along? I yell at him as he walks away.
You're the worst.
Slinks over.
Yeah.
The stage is only partially up, and then 2 guys just go, just a moment. Like, fuck off. He's, just a fucking moment. Just one. Like, fucking hell, for bronze, seriously? They step back, cross their arms, and he kind of gets up on the stage. Looks at the pouch of coins.
Stairway to heaven!
Pink Pony Club.
All the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you can be.
Oh, God, I know this one.
But my life in my life is the same.
He delivered. God knows this one.
Damn. Now get a drink. And he goes back towards the bar.
Hey, Jester.
Yeah.
What do you think Captain Max Dung, whatever his name was, Maximilian meant by, like, I'll see you again?
I think he was, saying something that, like, cute guys sometimes say those kind of things.
Like, ooh, I hope our paths cross again someday.
And then later on in the book, you run into him again and he remembers you.
And you're like, ooh, That's Captain
And then he takes off his helmet this time, and you see that he's got the most fabulous hair that like blows in the
Oh
wind.
man, you're like, I never knew he had such luscious locks.
Yeah. Captain Maximilian is probably like that.
I think so too. Yeah. Do you think he had the hots for any one of us? You think that's why he said this? Like,
He probably had the hots for you, Bo.
I think he had the hots for you.
Well, no, probably not.
mean,
maybe it was Yasha.
Maybe he was like, ooh, I'm a captain.
Maybe it was.
Ooh, I'm a captain.
Have you ever read
She does a good job.
Tusk Love? Kiri?
Oh no.
You know what? Maybe Kiri shouldn't read Tusk Love just yet. Kiri, how old are your parents? You don't know how old they are? How old are you compared to most people that are like you? I think that means she's pretty young.
Yeah. Kiri, where do babies come from? She doesn't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yes, she does.
Where do babies come from?
Your voice is very low, but
Is that how I sound?
you kind of do sound like that.
Wow. I have a lot to reevaluate.
That's on there.
Gotta think about some things. We should go to sleep.
Hanging brain.
Okay. I'm going to just spend the evening telling Kiri basically the story of Tusk Love.
Oh, God.
But
The oral
she doesn't
history.
have to read it. I can leave out the really dirty bits.
I fall asleep like 20 minutes in, just kind of
And then
drooling a little.
Oscar.
Kiri is just enthralled.
It's the most beautiful love story you've ever heard in your entire life, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
The door closes in the chamber.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I start pushing the bed.
Hello,
Against the
puppet.
Interesting. Right, okay.
So it's like taking his like linen shirt on, it's like stained and
No, what? You could sleep with your clothes on.
I can, but it's not as comfortable.
I throw him a pillow.
All right, you first.
I'm sleeping in the bed.
Yeah, me too.
No, you didn't pay for this room.
May I sleep in the bed?
You won't fit in the bed with me. I am very big.
Let's try.
Let's not.
there you go. He lays down in the somewhat slightly waterlogged floor, kind of takes the pillow and bundles it up in the corner of the room and lays down into it. There's a little, you have a little oil lamp in there you can put out.
I'm gonna leave it on.
Okay.
Leave that shit on.
Sit up against the bed.
All right.
That little monologue there with Yasha was phenomenal. Yasha's dream. That was sincerely amazing storytelling. Truly. And obviously this scene as well. Big time. Whew. Got some heartfelt moments in there. Got some backstory. Got some very, very interesting like expose, like vulnerability. Very interesting. He had so many great monologues. Yeah, absolutely. If there's one thing he can do very, very well, it is a monologue. Wow. Wow. That was impressive. That was sincerely impressive. There's the link for the original edit. Go throw it some much deserved love and also check out their channel. They might have other edits that might find interesting. maybe you want to request it to be on stream, certainly open to that. Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot. But I got to say, it blew by so fast because it's intriguing. It is very intriguing. Once you're into it, like certainly with the monologue, you get so into it and you're just hanging on every word. That's what, obviously, I'm preaching to the choir. If you watch Critical Role, you're just like, yeah, that's why. But if you don't watch Critical Role, I'm just kind of going off on a tangent here, but it's gripping in the fact that you don't know what's coming, right? It's a story unfolding in front of you. It's written. It's basically like a bard of yesteryear, Instead of written history, it's oral history, and it's unfolding before your eyes. Like, it's really impressive. It's truly, truly impressive. Obviously, these are well thought out stories and stuff like that, but there's no like script. He's not reading off a teleprompter to tell you this. So there is a bit of improv going on. Now you know how we can watch 3 to 5 hour episodes. Yeah. I don't know if I'm assuming a large amount of the audience just listens. Maybe they're audio only. Watching it, yeah, you get a little bit more of the inner back and forth. You get obviously some things that are not auditory. But definitely if you're driving, maybe it's a long drive. If you're at work and you just need something playing in the background as you type away, that's certainly a fascinating thing to have going, because it's like an audiobook, basically. It might not be live, but it's basically a live audiobook unfolding right before you. Like, it's really impressive. It is absolutely impressive. This has been very eye-opening because, before the channel, certainly, but before the recent kind of D&D deep dive, if you will, I had never experienced it at all. Like, the most I had experienced D&D was, there were episodes of South Park that went over. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. A few years ago. I think it was, oh no, what is it called? It was between like Cartman and Butters. And it was some like D&D that they were doing in a basement or something. That was literally my first introduction to it completely. So this has been kind of an eye-opening, diving headfirst, not really sure what this is going on, what's about, what does it feel like? What does it sound like, kind of thing. We were just like, what am I doing? What is this? Very eye-opening. And it's very rare that you get to have those little experiences, with such a huge community. Like, there's a lot of people, obviously, that enjoy this content and enjoy this game, story, adventure, if you will. There's a lot of people that do it with friends and, groups or whatever that obviously never get publicized or published or anything like that. And they just do it for fun. They do it to hang out. They do it for the adventure. They do it for the laughs. They do it for, pizza and food and all that good stuff. So it's kind of amazing, honestly. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and we don't really get to experience it, all. But hopefully, for some of you, this has been an eye-opening experience. Certainly it has for me. And I have you all to thank for it. It's been amazing. It's been truly amazing. And I'm glad I got introduced to this through this platform that we have going here, which is cool. Very cool. I appreciate it. That was awesome. Dang, that was an hour video that we just flew by. It flew by. Even though I broke it in half, it literally felt like it was 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. I enjoyed all the videos. I hope you did as well. If you'd like to request your own, you can certainly do so. ToddReacts.com. Check out the merch while you're there. 15% off, ships worldwide. Join the Discord. I will see you in there. Join the conversation. Explore your fandom with others. All that good stuff. Educate me. Educate me more on things that you enjoy. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. Follow the Twitch channel if you want to watch live and join this wonderful chat that you've been seeing. And yeah, I hope you have a tremendous weekend. Be safe out there. Have some fun. Do something interesting. Read something interesting. Eat something interesting. Whatever you feel like. We are getting closer to October. We are absolutely getting closer to October. Lots of fun is abound. What should I be for Halloween? I should probably send out a poll for that. What should I be for Halloween? Got any ideas? Any suggestions? Let me know. I am saving some more spooky, haunting, videos for around that time, end of October. So, yeah. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back here on Monday. Take it easy. Enjoy yourselves. And see you soon. Bye-bye.